Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Sleepy Bug and today we are going to play some more Obscura. I'm excited. I'm excited to see whose route we get. I am excited to see just the story because this is I'm not playing this because y'all like it. I'm playing it because I like it. But because y'all like it too. So let's do it. The lunar god, lunar Ikor. It can't hurt to ask, could it? Churches dedicated to the lunar god exist outside the mountain, but not in any significant numbers. I have seen the eerie blue-green light of glowworms and the smoky gold of lanterns, but I have not seen the sun since I started my descent. I suppose the solar god isn't much help down here. Where normally I would expect to see golden 10-point solar sigil, instead there is a more simplistic crescent-shaped one, the lunar sigil. But there is one that towers over the rest, a tall church with heavy oaken doors. It's mostly homes built on whatever smooth patch of stone the builder could find. I'm wandering one of the quieter passages, clearly natural by how uneven the ground is. Likely the condition it treats. It is rare, absurdly rare, and based on the reactions of those I speak to about it, in some aspects it is very taboo. As for the lunar core, I am at a loss. I wasn't planning to misbehave, even less with Rufus keeping an eye on me. And so that settles the matter of lodging for the matter. A few people in utilitarian masks and what look like uniforms are trying to push their way through. Looks like trouble. Okay, so stay and see what we can run back to the church where Sirius is. We can stay and see what happens next, or we can leave. I think if we go to the church, we can actually decide to leave. But yeah, let's do that first. He doesn't seem at all bad at first glance, but I don't appreciate the pushiness I feel from him. It's disconcerting. I need to leave. I can't describe why, but I don't really want to stay here anymore. I feel much better going back out there and picking the trail back up where I left off. There's a whole lot of unexplored areas that are beckoning me. I simply nod at Sirius, thanking him for his time, and turn to leave the church. Before I make it through the doors, he calls out to me. I never caught your name. I smile and decide to, in fact, not give him my name at all. And what? He forgot that I was her. He forgot that I was I was her. Anyway, the smell of incense is stuck on the back of my throat even as I left the church. The ruckus that had sent me inside in the first place has dissolved, so I feel confident in my ability to wander in relative safety at least. I follow a moment's impulse and fluff out my cloak, trying to shake off the sweet smoky incense from the church. Cool air rushes in and wakes up my body. Hi. Oh my goodness. You can stay. It doesn't do much for the smell, but I do feel slightly refreshed. Let's keep exploring. There are passages I have yet to go through, and I'm certain that the marketplace has yet more wonders to reveal. I don't think for a second that I'll find lunar ichor, but there is no harm in knowing the extents of the marketplace. That said, I don't think I'm gonna find much here. The businesses here serve much more basic purposes. Tailors and cobblers, and a half-dozen stalls selling basic masks. My own, though hardly the most ornate, is probably out of place here still. On nothing more than a whim, I turn and look down the alleyway between a home and some kind of food service. I can see two people hurrying down the alleyway. After a second, I see them duck behind a stall of wooden crates. They don't emerge again. This is probably a bad idea. I walk down the alley slowly, waiting for someone to burst out and tell me I'm in the wrong place. But nobody does. I listen carefully, but hear nothing. Your curiosity is gonna get you in trouble, Sleepy. Leaning forward as little as possible, I peer around the crates. Nothing. For some reason, I feel relieved. This is silly. I should get out of here. And then I see it. Behind a heap of shattered wood that used to be a crate, there's a narrow tunnel. The walls here are full of tunnels and passages, many of which are dead ends. I've seen tunnels leaving caverns from impossible positions, many meters above what anyone could reach. This is probably one of those. And then again, they had to have gone in there, right? Wait, what am I doing? I'm following strangers for no good reason in a wildly dangerous environment. This is exactly the kind of thing I shouldn't be doing. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm about to do. But I don't move away. What am I doing? I'm desperately curious to see what's through the tunnel. And it's not like I expect to leave the marketplace alive anyways. Why not? It's a stupid risk, but my mood is nothing but fatalitism and potent curiosity. Might as well. I climb over the shattered crate and drop my hands and knees, crawling through the tunnel. I don't have a fear of tight spaces, thank goodness, in a place like this. But this tunnel is narrow enough to still unsettle me. For a short time, I am in complete darkness. It is, however, blessedly short. After a minute, I am at the end of the tunnel. It opens up to some kind of antechamber that leads into a much larger cavern. Okay. In here, in the antechamber, there are two more people pressed tightly together, kissing vigorously. Well, for a moment, I'm stuck. I can't move forward lest I get caught by what appear to be love-struck teenagers, but moving backwards is going to be a challenge. My moment's hesitation gets me in trouble anyways. One of the teenagers breaks away for a second, their loose fabric mask falling back over their face, and then they yelp and point. Crap. I try backing up, but it's hard to maneuver in the tight space. The other teenager, also wearing the fabric mask, dives towards me. I scuttle backwards, they scramble forwards. Then they catch my wrist in their grasp and grinch it hard on it. Pizza, help! The teenager tries to get up and gets some leverage against me. I spread my legs wide until my knees are braced against the sides of the tunnel. I won't be pulled out without a fight. The other teen, Pizza, I suppose, stumbles towards us and then wraps their arms around the one who gets a hold of me. Don't let him get away! They jerk my arm with enough force that it nearly dislocates my shoulder. I bite back a shot of pain. I try to twist my wrist out of their hold. We got an intruder! Oh, crap. That's never good in this game. Oh my god. I'm not getting out of this. This was a terrible idea. I really only have one choice. Oh, crap. Stop trying to tear off my arm. I'll come out, just don't murder me. As long as you don't try anything. He doesn't let go of me, but they stop pulling. I am able to wiggle out of the tunnel and get to my feet just as others run into the antechamber to help. Despite my situation, I feel a stupid sort of bravery bubble up inside me. I am at these people's mercy. I don't know how to act to remain in their good graces, so I might as well do what I like. As long as I am giving in to fatalism, I might as well have fun with it. The teens hold my arms behind my back, squeezing my wrists together. Ow! What's going on here? We have an intruder. I prefer the term unexpected guest, if I'm being honest. Shut up! I knew this passage was getting too much use. It's time to plug it. Good job catching them kicks. Very good job. You managed to stop sucking face just in time to see me. Shut up! He squeezed my wrist tightly, but that's not about to silence me. Sucking face? Kicks and Pizza, I think the name was. They were having a lovely time when I dropped in. I wouldn't punish them too harshly. They're young. They'll get carried away sometimes. Kicks. She's lying. Why would I lie about something as stupid as being caught by horny teenagers? We'll talk about this later, Kicks. You and Pizza get to work. Yes, ma'am. The woman who was talking to Kicks takes over his position, holding my arms behind my back. I know I'm a stranger, but I promise I am not about to run off. Thanks for the promise. I'm still going to restrain you. Fair enough, I suppose. More people gather round. Keir. Keir. One of the strangers steps forwards. What? I'm not the boss here. This strange one look familiar to you? No, but I was running from a lot of people. Who knows if this one was part of it or not? What? Honestly, I wouldn't recommend talking right now. You're in a fair bit of trouble. I guessed. I had guessed. Yeah. Got a mouth, do you? I sure do. You want to test it out?
Go to horny jail.
Well, either tell us what you were doing here, or shut it. I was just exploring. There wasn't a locked door or a warning sign, so I thought I'd see where this passage goes. You managed to find a deliberately hidden tunnel, and your first thought was that it might be fun to explore. You're either lying or you have a death wish. I wasn't particularly feeling optimistic about life today. I'm not normally like this. I think the priest just spooked me. Priest? What? No, not important. Another person steps up to Keir. We should probably just kill her. Keep things clean. The man, Keir, makes a noise of hesitation. I'd rather not murder someone I'm completely sure is worth killing. What if she's innocent? And I am. But then again, I have zero reason to trust you. So you can't murder me, but you can't leave me alive? That's the conundrum. Just do it. We need to stay safe. My heart starts to pound a little faster. Whatever bravado I had is fading. I think we can find a compromise. He turns to me, and I take in the deliberate void of his mask. Either way, you're an innocent who wants to live, or you're some kind of snitch who we need to keep from snitching. That's the shape of things. You really don't know how to shut up, do you? Never learned how. We're gonna be unalive. We're gonna be 6 feet under. Because we can't stop talking. Anyways, the important thing is that we need to stay safe. And you knowing how to find us puts a noose around our necks. So we just need to put a noose around yours. I don't like the sound of that, Keir. We can work it out. Look at you. I love redheads. I have a thing for redheads. Sleepy. Editor Sleepy, pull up all my thing for redheads. Don't kill me, Mr. Kill, please. No, I expect not. You know what we are? Some kind of underground community? Probably criminals. Thieves, I would guess. Well, we can't kill someone that quick to figure things out, can we, Griff? We could, but we won't. There is a sudden, loud, clattering noise as others begin the process of blocking the tunnel I snuck in through. Let's go to the square. The person holding my arms back pushes me forward until I am following Keir and the others into the main cavern. There are dozens of homes here, built so close together that's hardly enough space for a road. I can see other people watching through their windows. We stop in an open space, surrounded by some of the more sturdy-looking buildings. My arms are mercifully released. Not that it matters being completely surrounded. Where were we? Keep quiet. Answer. Since we're already sassy, let's just go ahead and answer. You were going to decide whether or not to murder me? Right, that's it. If I can offer my humble opinion, will I be able to stop you? No. Fine then. I'd rather not be murdered. Keir, I would rather not be murdered. You are fine. You're fine. I'm fine. We can be fine together. We can be fine together. Together. Aggressively flirts to live. Noted. We can't afford to keep her. I don't like Griff, whoever he is. If her wits are fast as her mouth, she'll be worth it. Are you trying to recruit me? Is that what we're doing? A recruit suggests you have a choice of the matter. And I don't? Do you want to live? Message received. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. I can feel my nerves getting twisted tighter and tighter. We're thieves, as you correctly guessed, and we need some help. You help us, we let you go. And since you'll have worked with criminals ratting us out, we'll also guarantee your death. What? What? We're not popular with the beautiful people. The amount of scorn in his voice is shocking. And they prefer to kill a thief before they have a chance to escape. And that's the noose around my neck? That's the noose. Work with us, you get the same target on your back as us for as long as you're down here. It's a devilish choice. Die now, or have a knife in my back for the rest of it. I only have one option. How do I know you'll keep your word? What's your name? I hold my tongue for a moment, more to show my hesitance than anything. It's Sleepy. Sleepy? Do you trust me? No. Around us, the crowd burst into loud tittering. Why y'all tittering? Hold on. Why are you guys tittering? Huh? I'm gonna go in with blind faith. I trust you. The word is out before I can think about it. Yes. Keir turns towards me in a single abrupt motion. Around us, the people have gone past tittering and are fully gawking and gossiping. The heck? What other choice do I have? You didn't give me a choice. You said die or die. I chose die. I'd rather die with a hot guy than die in general. Not trusting a stranger. He sounds utterly gobsmacked. If I recall, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? I might as well trust you for all the good it'll do me. Keir makes a few choked noises. By the lunar god's scars. He definitely exasperated with me now. But I am not about to stop needling this idiot. Are you suggesting I should just distrust you and face my own death? No, you should definitely listen to what I'm saying. But you shouldn't be freaking trusting me. Very well. You're a criminal and a scoundrel. I don't trust you. I have no choice but to join your gang regardless. The crowd's chattering fades. I can feel the knife at my back, the noose around my neck. What is it that you steal? It won't change anything. But I need to know. Art, money, medicine, rare goods, people. People? Are we stealing people? My gut drops. You don't become that kind of criminal that gets killed on sight for no reason. They seem to notice my sudden silence. There's a quiet moment. Everyone around us seems to be coming to the same conclusion as I am. I am cornered. I don't have a choice in this. I keep my voice flat and neutral as possible. Not really, no. Then what do I do? You run a few jobs with us? Get that noose good and tight. Keir.
Stop it. Get some help.
And then, if you want to leave, you get yourself a new identity and leave. You already put on a mask and picked a name once, right, Sleepy? Right. Then you can do it again. You sure about this, though? Yeah. With Gups down for the count, we need a new lookout. Sleepy's got what it takes. I sure hope you don't think that counts as a compliment. When I compliment you, if that ever happens, you'll know. Jesus. Good to know. And we're not using Eve because Eve is 12. Don't be stupid, Griff. Fine. I'll do what you need and then I'm out. Hey, no need to make it sound like a prison sentence. Am I not being held here against my will? Prisoners don't get paid. You will. What? We're pragmatic. We're not monsters. You do work, you get paid. Can we really afford... Yes, Griff. I've heard we're getting our favorite visitor in a few weeks. We'll all be getting paid. Heck yeah! I like Griff. What do you mean, paid? Caught your attention, have I? I think it's fair to know what my wages are gonna be. The number Keir gives is not gobsmackingly high, but it's not low either. A few jobs can make some comforting living at the Leaping Bear for a long time. Then again, the number Keir gives is not gobsmackingly high, but it's not low either. A few jobs can make for some comfortable living at the Leaping Bear for a long time. Then again, it won't solve my big problem. Good enough. I have a counter offer. The idea in my head is half-formed, but I have to pursue it. Are we negotiating? You're a thief. Yes, that's well established. Which means if I want something instead of money, you could get it. Depends on the thing. Ooh, he probably would be our best bet to get the lunary core. That's interesting. I really like Keir. He's cute. I guess I like them all. I want to collect them. Depends on the thing. Lunar Ecor. The crowd around us burst into a flurry of whispers. Well, at least they know it's important. Keir's voice changes steadily, the timbre low in a way I can't interpret. You need Ecor. I do? For what? Why should I trust you enough to say? Rude. Blackmailer. There's a long pause. That's a lot of jobs we're gonna have to work to earn something that pricey. Would I be able to get enough money to buy it? Not in your life, I don't think. Not with us, at least. Then working for you is my best shot at getting it. Griff suddenly pulls on Keir's cloak and leans in. There's whispering and I am not nearly close enough to hear it. Then they separate and Keir runs a hand over his mask. It's a gesture of pure exhaustion. Fine. The whispers rise in intensity. You work with us, you get your Ecor. He holds out a gloved hand. He's gonna kill us. We're gonna get killed. We're gonna die because of Big Daddy Keir. You see those arms? I wanna bite him. I wanna bite his arm. We have a deal. I slowly reach out. He clasps my hands and we shake on it. Deal. I'm tempted for a second to think this was way too easy. But it really wasn't. Keir calls out into the crowd. Someone go with her to get her things. Pardon? We can't have you sneaking in and out all the time. It's too dangerous. We just finished moving here as well. So I live here now? You'll get a room of your own. Eventually, a volunteer comes forward. Together, we sneak out of the hidden community and return to the Leaping Bear. They refuse to talk to me and just follow me like a shadow into my room while I gather the few things I left there. Some clothes, old knickknacks I've managed to acquire, my hygiene supplies. Then it's time to return the key. I'm sad. Hello. Oh, Sleepy, it's good to see you. Ready to pay for more time? You're definitely the reliable sort, so I can offer a good rate. Not this time, sorry. I found somewhere else, a little closer to my goals. I dropped the key on the counter in front of her. Thank you, though. The Leaping Bear was becoming a bit of a new home for me. Bruno was quiet for a second, and then she drops her voice low. So low I can barely hear her. Do you need help? If that shadow of yours is unwelcome, Rufus can remove them. What? Oh! Oh no, things are fine. Rufus doesn't need to do anything. I'm fine. My new arrangements came as a surprise, but I did say yes to the offer. Never mind what happened to duress they put me under. Never mind what kind of duress they put me under. I did agree. Good then. Never liked seeing my clientele go places they weren't interested in going. Thank you for staying with us. Bruna's voice is a little more flow mode than I'm used to. I suppose now that I'm leaving, I will likely never see her again. It's a little disappointing. I have no real bonds here in the marketplace. But I was getting used to the Leaping Bear. Bye, Rufus! I picture Rufus as the guy from Tangled. The one who likes cute things. Goodbye. I leave, my shadow close behind me. Eventually, they take the lead, guiding me to another hidden passage. How many ways of sneaking in and out are there? As we enter the cavern again, someone is there waiting for us. Hey. My shadow answers quickly. Don't mind us, we're just here to polish some sunstones. Then I'm being led back to the tight network of paths between closely built homes until we're stopped in the square again. Keir, I'm done being a babysitter. I see Keir, or at least his mask turned to faceless. Already? You don't have to sound so annoyed. I didn't have many earthly possessions to start with. Getting them was easy. Good. We found a room for you too. You'll be staying with me. Okay. 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 I'll stay with you. I'm sorry. What? Keir is the only one with space to take care of a stray and make sure it won't bite or escape. A stray? Griff. Sleepy is a person. Use her name. The way he says it, it sounds like this is a frequent topic of discussion. My home is small, but I get lots of guests. What you doing? Big Daddy? Why are you having a lot of guests? I become the Yandere. So, I keep a spare room. Then, I suppose I should thank you for your hospitality? Yeah, it'd be nice. Maybe later. Keir suddenly stands next to me and pats my back right between my shoulders. Ooh. Let's get going. I've had a long freaking day, and I need to take a break. Are you even gonna be able to relax with a stranger in your home? No, but it's nice to pretend. I love him. Sirius was major, I will listen to you right now, sir, and I will not object. Keir is fun. He's just fun. I really like him. We start walking. By the way, welcome to the mouse hole. Oh, that's cute. What a name for this place. The twisting paths between the buildings are a tangled mess, and there's no easy landmark to orient myself with. Further from the square, the homes and businesses, such as they are packed so tightly together that the blue-green glowworm light from above doesn't reach us. Oh. Instead, the warm flicker light of lamps and lanterns fill the pathway. It's dim, but at this point, that is hardly a problem. My eyes are certainly used to the constant glow of the marketplace. Here we are. It's one home sandwiched tightly between two others, near indistinguishable from the rest. The only identifiable thing I notice are the closed shutters, painted blue instead of a simple sealed raw wood. Painted blue instead of a simply sealed raw wood. Keir unlocks the door and holds it open for me. Oh, he's a gentleman. Inside. I step in. It's small and cramped, as anyone would have guessed. But when Keir lights the lantern by the front door, I can see that it is a comfortably arranged space. None of the furniture matches, but all of it works in some odd of cluttered harmony. Compliment his home? Stay quiet. I like his home. I think that's cozy. You have a nice home? That was nearly a compliment. I suppose I'll take it. I want to bite his arms. That's all I can give right now. That's all I can give right now. At least I can say that I tried. There's a water closet behind that door. If you use the water up, you'll have to get more. I'll show you where after I get some sleep. Your room is there. The key is in the lock. That's the only key. Don't lose it. Understood. Understood. He's like, God help me. If you buy and keep your own food, that's fine. Otherwise, you contribute to my budget and share what I get. Any other rules I ought to know? Don't be destructive. Don't make racket while I'm sleeping. And if I leave, go around the neighborhood as much as you like. If you try to leave without an escort, expect the watch to notice and stop you. You don't seem to be that stealthy, so I wouldn't try it. Noted. And rude. I'm gonna have something to eat before bed. You hungry? Can I sit in your lap and eat it? I'm glad he can't see the surprise on my face. Are you sure? About letting you have a snack? About keeping me here? Oh. Here's the thing, Sleepy. I'm not that worried about you murdering me in my sleep. My door is locked the same as yours, and honestly, a term of arrest isn't exactly something I'm dreading. Keir, no! Is he alright? Is the boy alright? Is the boy alright? Someone check, please. He chuckles a little. If you decide to make yourself into a problem, we can find somewhere else to put you. Griff knows a pretty obscure tunnel that goes straight down if you're really unbearable. If it's all the same, I'd like to avoid that. It's easy enough to think of this as just another guest house that Keir is no worse than Rufus. Intimidating, but ultimately harmless. He steps towards what I assume to be a cooking space. The counter is exceptionally cluttered, but he is able to find his goal with ease, a shallow wooden bowl. Here. He takes a handful of whatever it is from the bowl and then hands it to me. This is deadly poison. Eat up. A closer look tells me that it's actually an assortment of dried fruits. I'll take a few. No harm in getting a snack. Is he about to kill me? 'Cause I trust too easily. I said, cute boy. He won't do anything. No harm in getting a snack. I take a few, and Keir puts the bowl away again. He doesn't reveal his mouth as he nibbles, instead threading the fruit under his mask. And I'm doing the same. Well, get yourself some rest. Don't murder me in my sleep. I'll resist the temptation as best I can. He makes me go. Keir departs suddenly, taking himself and his handful of dried fruits into his bedroom. I hear the lock click decisively, and I am suddenly alone again. Free to indulge my curiosity privately. I do a quick tour of his front room. Keir certainly made an effort to make this a livable space, but that seems to be as far as his efforts have gone. Not much for entertainment here, is there? Maybe he doesn't have friends over much. Maybe he's living in a cave and trying to survive. I continue nibbling. The sticky, sweet tart taste coats the back of my tongue. My search is quick in the end. It has to be with so little to look at. I slip into the dark guest bedroom as though I am an intruder. For a moment, I feel like I am. It has the same cozy but spare feel of the main room. Not a space I could call my own. Door locked, I give myself permission to relax. Keir could very well have a second key to this room, or choose to break or bypass the lock in some way. But there's little use worrying about it. I'm already so keyed up from stress that adding the possibility of being murdered in my sleep could make resting impossible. What have I gotten myself into? I've been recruited into a gang of thieves against my will. A gang that likely steals to survive, but there's one thing that leaves me deeply uncomfortable. Griff said they steal people. Could I live with myself helping to steal people? There must be a good reason. There's no good reason. There's no good reason to steal people, but I am going to click this because it seems like I'm going down good girl route. It feels desperate. It feels like trying to find the silver lining of a hurricane. It feels desperate. It feels like trying to find the silver lining of a hurricane. But I need, for my own sanity, to believe whatever Keir is doing is for the best. I swallow hard, trying to chase these thoughts away. I'm not gonna sleep at all, am I? I follow the motions of getting ready for bed. I even take off my mask, though I am careful to lie down with my back to the door. And after some hours of trying to find a comfortable position, I must have fallen asleep, because Keir wakes me up with sharp knocks to the door. In the days that follow, I get used to the pace of life in Mousehole. I am, as promised, left to my own devices for the most part. I can sense people getting tense when I drift towards any of the mirrored exits, but I am not about to test my luck with an ill-considered escape attempt. Keir, it seems, is a popular one. He's constantly being called this way and that, attending to roof repairs or settling quarrels. But this is only when I see him, which is quite rare. We are, quite often, ships that pass in the night. In my first days, I was largely ignored. None of the regular residents wanted to interact with me. I have to admit, it nearly drove me mad. But once I proved to their satisfaction that I am not a deranged maniac, the people seemed keen to get an additional set of hands to their work. I've chopped vegetables and hauled water and watched babies and held a lot of ladders in place. It's not hard work, but it conquers my boredom and gives me a chance to make small talk. Sleepy, I need a hand. On it. Shell, one of the friendliest people in Mousehole, is stacking crates near an exit passage. Not sure much how I can help. I don't think my reach is longer than yours. I just need a little more support so I can... Oh. They do a short hop and shove the crate into place. If you've got time, I could use a hand a little longer. My schedule is packed, but I can skip social engagement or two to help. Shell's chuckle is gratifying. Very funny. But aren't you going to the strategy meeting soon? Strategy meeting? You're running lookout, aren't you? I believe that was their arrangement, but this is the first time I'm hearing about... Hey, Sleepy. We gotta talk strats. Speak of the devil. Looks like I'm doing this on my own. I wouldn't want you to skip that social engagement. Thank you, Shell. Maybe there will be some barrels we can roll around later to make up for this. I think there's an empty one around here somewhere. The kids took it to roll each other in. That I would love to see. Are you ignoring me, Sleepy? Not in the slightest. You know how much I love talking to you. Are we enemies to lovers? Bye, Shell. Bye. I make my way towards Keir. I'm a little more comfortable following him through the narrow, winding paths of the mouse hole now. What were you doing there? Trying to give Shell a hand? Makes sense. Shell's always finding a good task to get the kids involved in community work. You're probably right, but I resent that remark. Anyway, get moving. Everyone's waiting on you. You say that like I deliberately dallied. This is the first I'm hearing about a meeting. Then we'll need to fix your communication too. Hey! Waiting for me to ask, when are you holding a secret meeting? I don't even know if it's a possibility. It's not reasonable. Yeah, get moving. We duck into one of the buildings on the square. Keir has to duck particularly low. The door frame is unusually short, and he is a fairly tall man. Hey, Keir. Finally found her? I wasn't hiding. Found her just fine, thanks. I wasn't hiding! Aw, I'm so sad. Oh, they would have such cool character designs. I take a seat with several other individuals. The room is extremely dark, even for an underground room. But I think I can see hints of being a pub or bar of some kind. Real quick, Sleepy. These are Lave and Halo. You already know Griff. Terrible seeing you again, Sleepy. Likewise. One of the other two gives a slow, casual wave. Lavernia. Call me Lave. My girl here is Halo. The other one, Halo, gives a near imperceptible nod. She's leaned in close to Lave. Not the talkative sort of couple, then. Okay, Griff, what's the brief? We've got a commission. F off. Keir's already approved it. Don't worry. It's fine, Liv. Griff gave me the full rundown of the client. We've got a commission to relieve the auctioneer of a few choice pieces. Absolutely not the auction. I'm not crazy. The auctioneer. Oh. That means crossing the ruby walls. The what? You've done that half a dozen times. It nearly died each time. We're not dead yet. Not you too, Keir. You're supposed to be sensible. I am being sensible. This is a huge potential payoff, and we have an in. I'll keep listening. I don't really have much to say. I'll just be like, But that means we have to kill the auctioneer. Remember the auctioneer? They were actually kind of nice. I liked them. I don't fully understand, but I am not about to interrupt this discussion without a good reason. Fine, we'll do the extremely dangerous job behind the ruby walls. That's the spirit. So, we cross the walls. Easy. And we all know where the auctioneer's house is. Ours is in the new building being done at the club next door. It's an easy climb from there to the balcony, which doesn't have a lock. You and Halo are gonna find it and lift the pieces we are after. Keir and me are gonna be a defense and distraction. And Sleepy will have to live up to Gup's example. Not a terrible plan. Not a good plan either. Halo's voice is so ghostly, I'm not entirely sure I heard it. Obviously it sounds dumb without the important details. Griff draws a map on the tabletop with a stick of chalk and carefully walks us through each step. For the most part, I understand. My role is, if nothing else, comically easy. Stand by, signal if there are other people around. Okay, you with us, Sleepy? I don't have much of a choice in that, do I? He's asking if you understand. Almost everything. Almost. I've gleaned that the auctioneer's house is on the level above a pleasure parlor. Something you did not explain. But I don't know what the ruby walls are. How do you not know that? I've been under the mountain less than a month and you're locals. That's how. The ruby walls are a series of walls that have a vein of raw rubies in them in the main market cavern. There's a gate that theoretically anyone can go through. But in practice, it's a space in the rich and beautiful? Exactly. And it's heavily guarded by the walls, hence the danger. Yep. No, I understand. And in the future, you'll speak up immediately if there's something you don't know. You're always telling me not to talk, and now this? I'm serious. I'm not risking my own neck to save you if you're in a stupid situation. You get in trouble, you're on your own. So I'm an acceptable loss? Exact. Let's get ready to go. The four of them stand up. I follow their lead. My cloak is just barely fine enough to be worn around the ruby walls, but the other four have taken a chance to fancy themselves up. God, back in these awful things. Keir holds up a heavily, richly embroidered cloak. Imagining him in this is comical. Laughing at me, Sleepy? Yes. Ah. And you, Lave? She shrugs. She's right. You look stupid in that. It doesn't match. It really doesn't. I keep telling you, buddy. You made of iron, not silver. Griff's already in disguise. Like you're one to talk. You look like a child going through Daddy's closet. Ooh. Griff's short stature and casual posture leaning into Keir is completely at odds with his jeweled hood and satin cape. Knowing what he looks like, it honestly makes it even funnier. You look like you robbed Satine without a lantern. Leave him be, join in. Me and Griff have beef we have beef in the most friendly way though, not like Drake and Kendra. I'm gonna join in. You look like a pillow effed a jewelry box. Oh my god! Lev bust into laughter, mostly at Halo's response, I assume. Sleepy. Oh no. He's a cutie pie. He's gonna let us die. Keir reaches over, taking hold of my shoulder, and holds tight as he curls into himself, choking on laughter. Laugh it up. After a second, Griff looks at me. It wasn't that funny. You just surprised them with vulgarity. Keir pops up, a smile in his voice. Nah, it was a bit funny. You really pull it over the top, Halo. Oh no, Thanks, Halo. The laughter dies away a little, though the mood has definitely been lifted. Things settle down again. I don't know why I put up with you. Keir pats his shoulder firmly. Neither do I. There's some more scattered laughs, but the atmosphere in the room slowly turns more serious. Halo and Lev are checking each other's disguises, ensuring their weapons are not visible by passerbys. Keir is checking over his own knife carefully. It's beautiful and likely quite old, unlike the rest of his daily wear. Should I be armed? It's not a good idea, obviously. I am a rank novice, and would be far more likely to be stabbed with my own knife than use it properly to defend myself. Still, I cannot help but feel a twinge of fear. A knife won't make me feel less frightened. But it was hard to convince myself of that fact. The rest of the preparations happen in anticipatory silence. Ready? Let's move. We walk in a loose group to yet another exit. I have yet to fully count the ways in and out of the mouse hole, but there must be at least half a dozen. It's another narrow passage that leads into the back room of a shop. From there, we can exit through the storefront and step into the busy walkways of the marketplace. Look alive. In any other circumstance, we would be a deeply strange group. A gang of well-dressed strangers walking together, but not talking. But this is hardly the strangest sight in the marketplace. There's a bird-masked contortionist performing in a tiny cage, and a pair of drunkards fighting in one of the crossroads we walked through. Things are lively as ever. We passed Sirius's church on the way to the most central caverns. I hurry my pace, ever so slightly. As we enter the largest cavern, the heart of the marketplace where I started my journey, we walk close together. Alright, you know the drill. Split up. We meet across from the pearl choker. Sleepy, you're with me. Yes, sir! Good luck. Lev and Halo are gone in a second, melted into the crowd. Griff glances back at Keir for a second before doing the same. You don't trust me to not run off? Not in the slightest. Plus, you're new to this. I might be able to give you some pointers. What makes you think I'm new at this? You're paying a lot of attention to small details. The kind that are easy to ignore when you're used to this work. Fair enough. It's fair. It's fair. Caught me. You got me. I never planned a theft before. I never worked in an organized group to steal before. I do not believe we have never stolen anything. I never worked in an organized group to steal before. I never worked with others in a project like this. But you have done this kind of work before. I thought we were supposed to leave our surface lights behind down here. Leave it behind all you like. You're still quite comfortable working with us. Well, you have to survive somehow, right? And I doubt the auctioneer is someone who will suffer greatly when we're done with her. No, you won't have to feel bad for her when we're done. She's someone who would sell literally anything if that meant getting a cut. And what will we do with our finds? Sell it to a different butthole who would do anything for a cut? I think you'll like him, though. He's got a tongue as quick as yours. Is that all you think I am? Maybe if you talk less, I'd understand you more. Not a chance. Worth a try. The flirting is astronomical. And here are the walls. Take them in. My first impression is that they're nothing special. Stone walls about twice as tall as the average person. Smooth enough to be nearly impossible to climb barehanded. And then I noticed the flickering lights. The rubies in the stone have been dug around and polished, where they sit as they catch the light. They glimmer like candles, but the color is richer and redder than any fire. There are hundreds, possibly thousands of them. It's subtle and beautiful. And here's our gate. Brace yourself. Keir seems to set his shoulders and march forward, leaving me in a hurry to catch up to him. Beyond the ruby walls, things are still busy, and it's not as though there's anything to muffle the sound of the rest of the marketplace. But there is still a noticeable change. The rest of the marketplace has people hawking their wares, shouting at potential buyers and cajoling them to buy. Here, the people standing in front of businesses don't shout. They offer samples or display their wares, pose at and flirt with passerby, but there is no shouting. I suppose if you have a business here, you don't need to shout to get attention. It really is different. There's nothing in the world like the jewel box. It might have been said in admiration, except Keir's voice is oozing with bitter disdain. Keir and I walk side by side, taking a few turns to avoid direct path to the pearl choker. He stops to look at perfume bottles and little ivory statuettes. I pause near a window, blazing with light, a lantern shop. You know the plan. I know the plan. You know where to hide. I know where to hide if you foul up everything. But you won't, will you? From your lips to the moon. I want to wish you well. You'll stay safe, won't you? I have no plans on dying. What about dreading eternal rest? I'm not afraid of dying. I still don't want to. With my luck, I'd get done in and it'd hurt like crap. Then you'll stay safe. Keir stops and turns to me. We're stones in the river of people around us who pay no mind to us. Keir reaches out and then gives me two soft pats on the top of my head. You know what? At least this one isn't freaky. Like, at least this route's not as intense as Sirius's. Sirius's was intense. This one's not that bad. I actually really like it. Keir reaches out and then gives me two soft pats on the top of my head. Thank you. I'll stay safe. You haven't seen half of what I can do. His voice is warm and confident. At the pearl choker, Keir slips away from me to enter through the front door. I slip between the pleasure parlor and the neighboring gambling hall. Both businesses are high class, with beautiful fronts and charming staff, and I swear I can hear a live band from one of them. But it doesn't matter how pretty the buildings are. All alleyways are the same. There's a vague sense of grime and hostility. I'm definitely not breaking any rules, but I'm also certainly not welcome here. That's never stopped me before. If things have gone to plan, Lave and Halo broke into the apartment above the pearl choker by climbing the new attachment at the gambling house and jumping the gap. Griff and Keir are going through the inside using a staff passage, and I am keeping watch, signaling whether the alley is clear or not through a simple set of gestures. Holding one arm, there are people in the alley. I'm writing this down. Where's I don't trust it. Holding one arm, there are people in the alley. Holding both arms, there are guards or staff in the alley. Arms relaxed, no one but me here. Just in case. Just in case. It was not complicated, but I do have to keep an eye on both ends of the alley and signal consistently. Ideally, all four of them will jump the gap and climb down the gambling hall's addition, and we'll separate to reunite at Mousehole. If we need to run, I even have the turns I'll need to take in the crosswords memorized. Straight through the first crossroad, left, then left again, right, and then if I won't be seen, I go into and hide in the butcher's shop. burned into my memory. We're fine. At least I have a plan. I lean against the gambling hall wall. There is one made of stone, beautifully cut and polished and scratched with all sorts of graffiti. People never change. Always marking that someone has been here. That Agatha has a beautiful chest. That Darwin has a wonderful stroke game for his mates. Delightful. I'm alone in the alley. I drop my arms and wait. My stomach churns with discomfort. I feel a cool neutrality. My body is buzzing with excitement. I don't feel super nervous because I trust Keir. Like, I probably shouldn't. He definitely talked to me about this. I'm not excited because who's excited? I'm neutral. I'm neutral. I don't enjoy this life, but I'm not upset to be here. Would I choose to be here on my own accord? Probably not. But to get the Lunar Core, I'd do anything. At least this is something I can tolerate. But for the moment, I have to put those feelings away. For a short while longer, I am completely alone. There's a stranger wobbling into the alleyway towards me. Hey. Hey. Mind if I smoke? Not at all. Want any? She holds out a little patch of herbs. I recognize the sight of it. Sweetgrass. I've had plenty of it times before, back on the surface. You smoke it with others to build bonds. As loose herbs like this, it softens the hard edge of stress. Not enough to addle the mind in any way, just enough to make connection easier. I let my arm rest against my torso and grip my elbow firmly. Sweetgrass, right? You'll know it. Every teen learns to grow it where I'm from. Lucky you. I only found the stuff down here. No, I want to stay sober in order to not... We ain't doing no substances. It's a kind offer, but I have to say no. Fair enough, more for me. She rolls her tab with quick, clever fingers. Even if it's new to practice, she's clearly gotten good at it. She strikes a match. I can smell the faint sweetness of the smoke. I keep turning my gaze to either end of the alley, still focused on my mission. What are you here for? So I feel like if we don't answer, we're gonna seem a little suspicious, and they're gonna call the guards. Buying. What you buying? Nothing as of yet. And you? Heard there was a fortune won in the gambling halls every hour. Thought I'd try my luck. And how has your luck fared? I'm about to get a big win. I can feel it. Not well, then. May the lunar god smile upon you. Oh, you're a loony? There's a few people milling near the hall entrance. I can't tell what sort of people they are. Yeah? Well, most people here are. The lunar blessing felt appropriate. The solar god makes everything perfect. The lunar god ruins everything. And then the people here worship the moon? I was never one for theology myself. Whatever. One of the people at the end of the alleyway starts coming in. Big, confident posture. At first, I can't tell if they're armed, then I see a blade. Both arms. They get closer. Hello. Any reason you're loitering back here? Oh, I didn't realize we were loitering. We were just having a break. Yeah, we were sharing some sweetgrass. Want any? She's rummaging through her bag, but the stranger cuts her off. No. They point at me. I didn't see you in the hall earlier. I wasn't in the gambling hall. Then where have you been? Here? Proof? Well, I've been here with her for a while now. Mind if I ask a few questions? Go ahead. Definitely some kind of security force. Did you come here alone? Come where? This alley? To the jewel box. I came with a friend. I came alone. I'm nervous. That's what I am. Okay, people saw me and Keir walking, so yeah, I came with a friend. Oh, no, I came with a friend, but he wanted to do certain things, and I didn't feel like joining him. You know how it is. Their posture betrays nothing. Then I saw my new friend here with some sweetgrass, and she offered to share some. That's what happened? Yeah. Put that out and go back in. I'm not done yet. I'm talking to this one alone. It doesn't sound like they're going to brook any argument. You have a win waiting for you, right? Yeah. Yeah, good, talking to you. Likewise. She leaves, and I'm left alone with this member of the security force. Keep holding both arms. Is there a problem, then? Routine check. Do people not stand around alleyways in the jewel box? Not unless they're looking for trouble. Well, I seem to have found some. I'm just looking for some quiet. I just want some quiet. Some peace. Some peace. I was just looking for a little bit of quiet. With another person. Better one than hundreds, I would say. The stranger doesn't look amused. Why are you here? In the jewel box or in general? The marketplace. Buying. And you had time to wander around? Turns out not everything is for sale all the time. I'm waiting for a shipment to come in. That should be enough truth to convince him. And what have you been doing while you wait? Seeing everything the marketplace has to offer? Oh, I've been everywhere, even if I'm not buying. It's incredible to see everything that there is to offer. The staff at the Leafing Bear have had a very good time advising me where to go. No answer, but that's better than a bad one. Open up your cloak. I am scandalized. What? I need to check you for dangerous objects. Okay. I don't have a knife. Okay. Think I didn't take a knife. I opened my cloak and put up with the security officers examining with almost intimate closeness by lantern light. It's uncomfortable, but there's only so much I can do. I did consent to this, technically. As you can see, I am just an ordinary traveler. I agree that you're not carrying any weapons. You're free to go. Sorry? You can leave now. My first instinct is to tell them I want to stay here, but that's not gonna go over well. I'm waiting for someone here. Then wait in the tea parlor across the road. Clear out. I'd rather not. They stare at me. I suppose they're trying to parse exactly what I'm thinking. You've been cooperating, so I'm going to extend some courtesy to you. Once. Get out of here now before I have to take you in for suspicious behavior. I freeze. I can't leave, but staying is also no longer an option. I'm almost grateful that this is the moment someone chooses to leap from the balcony above and land in addition to the gambling house. It's Keir! He came to rescue me. Keir. I missed you. Keir. It's Keir. He lands, and before the security guard can say a word, a knife flies past my head and stops in the officer's gut. They fall, gasping. We're compromised. Run. Oh, crap. Man. Hold on. My panic set in. Hold on. I don't even stop to think. I just move. No one's raised an alarm yet as I sprint from the alley. But me sprinting away from the gambling hall at full tilt, it's inherently suspicious. Other security officers start pursuing me. Oh my god. I reach my first crossroad within seconds. I sprint straight through the crossroad, plowing through a cluster of people listening to a musician on a corner. I could swear my pursuers are getting closer. Another crossroad. Left, turn left. Okay. I can feel the ache of exertion settling in my muscles. I'm not close to safe yet. I'm not slowing, but the security officers chasing me seem to be getting faster. I nearly collide with another random passerby. Left. Right? Yes, okay. My legs and lungs are burning. Stop her! The general apathy of the crowd around me means no one will help me. But no one seems to be keen to help security either. Okay, right. Bless the moon! Even so, one of my pursuers is getting dangerously close. Gotta shake 'em. Create obstacles. I spot someone selling an assortment of chairs, with several tall stacks within reach. I can't help the words that come out of my mouth. Sorry about this! I grab a stack and pull it down as I pass, then another. There's a fearsome racket of wood on stone, the surprised shouts of people passing by. And a quick glance back shows that none of the security guards is close to me anymore. Almost there. Right? Right? I know what I'm looking for. And thankfully, the security guard is just far back enough they won't see me. The butcher. I practically tear the door open. I need sanctuary! Sanctuary! The hunchback. Sanctuary! The front room is thankfully empty, and the butcher is quick to jump to action, letting me into the back. The room is chilled with blocks of ice, and there's a faint smell of blood. At least there's a roof to keep the cold in. I have to fight to keep from panting, the air harsh against my throat. I feel lightheaded from the sudden stopping. All of my blood is in my legs, and that's how it feels. You're hiding here. The shopkeeper opens a wooden chest, empty, and pulls out a bottom panel. There's a deep hole under, a false bottom, a natural gap in the mountain stone. It'll be cramped, but I am in no position to complain. Thanks. Ooh, child, stressed me out. Happy I wrote it down, guys. Happy I wrote everything down. I climb in, and the butcher puts the false bottom back on the box over me. I hear him pile a few things into the chest and then close the lid. Someone is pounding on the stone counter in the front room. The butcher must go back to the front room because I can hear voices, but not the words being said. I close my eyes and strain my ears. I can hear my pulse, but also people coming into the back, footsteps. Words are still difficult to make out. I cover my mouth under my mask and try to breathe silently. Please, please. There's a loud banging and I inhale sharply. I almost choke. Someone's kicked the chest I'm hiding under, not enough to disturb the false bottom, thankfully, but still. The lid is opened. I don't move. I don't breathe. I keep my eyes closed tight and my mouth covered. Please. The lid is closed. The footsteps get further. Oh, thank God. In the darkness, I pull away my mask just enough to run my hands down my face. It's back on when the butcher comes back to get me. Oh my God. That was stressful. My stomach is in knots. You staying here? For an hour or two, if that's all right with you. Don't touch the goods and you can stay. Thank you. A few hours in the cold, alone with my own thoughts, is not fun. But it's a relief compared to the escape I just endured. When I feel the coast is clear, I leave the butcher shop and make my way to a safer side of the ruby walls. I have to meet Keir and the rest now. When we reunite, it's in the rundown pub in Mousehole. Okay, everybody's alive. Hey, Sleepy, what took so long? I was hiding in the butcher shop waiting for things to cool down. Why were you... Keir. He is lying to me. It's the muscles. I always fall for the muscles. Always for the pretty boys. Good job hiding, Sleepy. You just got here ourselves. I realize exactly what's going on a second later. Keir, you piece of crap. Fine, take it out on me now. Did my running around as a distraction actually do anything? It was a guarantee. You were duped. Keir wanted to be absolutely sure we'd be safe and used you to do it. And risked my life in the process. If anything went wrong, I would have been killed. You would have. I'm not heartbroken. I'm not heartbroken. I'm fine. His cool acknowledgement only serves to heat up my temper. And you didn't hesitate for a second to send me on an especially dangerous, unnecessary job just because I'm your least favorite? If you're not making a list of which of us get thrown off a cliff first, you're not thinking far enough ahead. Keir. Anything else I should know about then? Are you gonna feed us things to check for poison? Or sell me to get intel? F off. You're the one who decided I'm disposable. Actually heated. I'm actually heated. You're the one who decided I'm disposable. I just wanted to know how much. I knew you weren't going to get killed. You don't need me to tell you that you're quick thinking and fast on your feet. I could rely on you to be a distraction and let the rest of us get out safely. But you couldn't let me know what I was doing? No, I couldn't trust you to do it. Oh my god. Heated. I'm pissed. So upset. Remember when I was like all hard eyes 5 minutes ago, talking about I want to bite his arms? Only thing I want to bite now is his throat. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense. No, I couldn't trust you to do it if you knew what I was asking. Maybe I just won't do anything you tell me to do then. Unless I understand why. I cross my arms. Keir can't see me seething, so I settle for communicating in posture instead. Drinks on us! One of the servers, a barmaid with pretty hands and a full flat moon mask, delivers drinks to our table. I'm pretty sure her name is Delight. Thanks, babe. Don't make me regret this, Griffy baby. I love Griff. Griff will be on his best behavior now, right? Yes, he will. He almost sounds like a chastised child. Keir lifts his drink. To a successful run. The other raise their tankards. I don't want. I'm still mad. How is Game Me not still pissed? Because I am still pissed. How dare you? Keir, you're on my crap list. I will toast with water. I don't feel like alcohol. I want to keep my head clear if I can. I raise my water glass. The glass clinks and we all drink. Well, show us the loot. I think we've earned a look at our prize, right? Yeah. Halo and Lave go through their pockets and drop some small things on the table. God, scars, that's the stuff. Griff turns to the server. We got a couple good necklaces, nothing wild, but we're not gonna turn our noses up to that, right? I love Griff. Some compass stones, a few rare coins that I know will go to a good home. And the bit we got commissioned for? A genuine witch ring. A witch ring? Are you serious? That's the grave. Oh, that sounds very impressive. Maybe even worth putting our lives at risk for. Witch rings give power to the wearer. The longer you wear it, the more power you get. It's just about the only magical thing that won't ruin your life. Well, it won't ruin your life directly. But there's a lot of fighting over them. Yep. And that means people are willing to pay a lot to get their hands on one. What a treasure. You're telling me, D. Halo puts away the spoils of our adventure. And when good old Hemlock or Absinthe or whatever he's calling himself these days shows up, payday. You're gonna be rich, Sleepy. I can hear him smirking. The drinking goes for hours. I hear lots of songs and more than a few stories about other gigs they've done. Halo eventually brings out a deck of cards. Being the only sober one playing, I get to wipe the floor with everyone else. It's my payback. This is my villain origin story. Keir is my villain origin story. Do not touch me. Don't look at me. I want nothing from you. Nothing. I want nothing from you. Then Lave yawns and she and Halo go home to rest. Griff follows the server, who I now know to call Delight, into the back. Let's head home, Sleepy. I'm not going anywhere with you. I feel exhaustion seeping into my bones. Let's... Keir stumbles into me as we walk. I can't find it in me to be bothered when he bumps into me for the third time. I'm tired, not just from the job either. The marketplace is an exhausting place to be. The words fall out of me before I can stop them. I hate your guts. You're a real bag of bananas, you know that? Tell me something I don't know. Just a terrible piece of work. An absolute wreck of a person. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. I wouldn't trust me, and I could throw myself pretty far. He rethinks his choice to show me how far he can throw himself just in time. Anyways, am I a bag of bananas this time? I could stand to be in a lot less danger. You think I don't feel bad about this whole thing? If I could snap my fingers and tomorrow no one would get murdered if the beautiful people found Mouse Hole, I'd do that instead of making you work for us. But I don't have magic snappy fingers. No, I'm mad at him. I'm mad. Not even sure Mouse Hole is the first thing I'd save with magic snappy fingers. He's so drunk. No? There are people getting sold in every auction. And that's just the legit stuff. The marketplace is heck sleepy. And a lot of people would never know it. Then why are you stealing people? Griff said that you steal people sometimes. You time it right. You can steal a person who's been bought and let them free. Their family gets money and they don't get tortured to death. I knew there was a good reason. Keir stops and stares at me. You honestly think we've got it in us to buy and sell people like they're crap? When we're all just the crap off the streets already? A bag of bananas, human trash pile, hideously awful but compellingly handsome. That's all fine. I can live with that. But sacrificing a life for my own happiness? Never. Good. Yeah, good. And what about you? I'm not keen on being a bag of bananas, but it's better than being a monster. No, not that. The magic snappy fingers, what would you save? The downtrodden, the mouse hole? Myself? I think I would save the mouse hole, because everybody's so nice. I choose the mouse hole. The downtrodden. I choose the mouse hole. Well, if you're gonna be all noble, I might as well be the hero of the mouse hole. You're gonna steal my whole home from me if you do that. My home now. And you wouldn't save yourself? What? You want a lunary core. That's it for you, right? Yeah? Why? What is it for? Oh, why not? It's called fractum anima. It's an extremely rare illness. Deadly. Eventually. It's not a quick killer and it does a lot of other nasty stuff. Not really a fun post-job chat topic though. I'm sorry. It's not your fault I'm sick, right? No. Still sorry all the same. Thanks. It feels good for someone down here to know about it, what I'm going through. The house with the blue shutters is right before us. He puts a hand on the wall of the house and murmurs something softly into the walls. Then Keir unlocks the door and lets me in. Welcome home, Sleepy. Welcome home, Big Daddy. No, I'm mad at him. He doesn't get my... He's still standing in the doorway. It's an unresting image. This man who is ruthless and generous in equal measure, welcoming me into his home both as kindness and blocking the door because I'm a prisoner. Then he reaches for my face. I refuse to flinch away, and instead of touching my mask as I feared, he dropped his hands to my head. Is this gonna... He's so big. Is this gonna be a habit of yours? He pats the top of my head once and twice. Might be, yeah. I'm not a child. You're not. He doesn't stop. You're sure fun, though. Thanks. He huffs out a little laugh. Despite everything, you're a good egg. Despite everything. You talk too much. You're sarcastic and mouthy. Point taken. But still, good egg. He takes his hand away. All right, enough of the sappy stuff. I'm tired. He closes the door behind him and heads into his room, scooping up a snack. I'm left alone in the room. I'm exhausted, but I do feel a weight coming off my shoulders. For now, it's home. Oh, I got the best end. Best end. Welcome home. Griff is my favorite. I love Griff. Griff is fun. We love our short king. Definitely would like to fist fight someone known as Keir. He pissed me off. I know he had to do it, but he pissed me off. How dare you? I think I got spoiled with Sirius. Sirius was very, Sirius seemed like a very, he seemed, I can't let you know certain things because we need to protect, he had I keep things secret to protect you, which I also hate. But Keir is, I keep things secret and I'm gonna kill you anyway. And that was his best end. Ghetto. But I would be lying if I didn't say that I wanted to bite his arm. Not in some type of way, but in some type of way, you know? Anyway, not remotely. Should I? No, you shouldn't. But if you want to live, you'll have to hope I'm trustworthy regardless. That doesn't sound reassuring. It was an attempt to reassure you. Good, because it did. He glances away for a second and lets out a long, suffering sigh, as if he's the one suffering here. The gall. I can feel the knife at my back, the noose being tightened around my neck. We're gonna stay quiet. Keir is quick to point things out in the short tour of his home. There's a water closet beside that door. If you use the water up, you'll have to get more. I can show you where after I get some sleep. Your room is there. The key is in the lock. That's the only key. Don't lose it. Understood. Menace. If you buy or keep your own food, that's fine. Otherwise, you contribute to my budget and share what I got. Any other rules I ought to know? Don't be destructive. Don't make a racket while I'm sleeping. And if I leave, go around the neighborhood as much as you like. If you try to leave without an escort, expect the watch to notice and stop you. He takes a handful of whatever is in the bowl and holds it out to me. And this is deadly poison. Eat up. The closer look tells me that it's actually an assortment of dried fruits. No, I'm not gonna take any. No, thank you. It's not actually poison. I'd guess. I just don't want to eat right now. Your loss. He puts the bowl away. He doesn't reveal his mouth as he nibbles, instead threading the fruit under his mask. Well, get yourself some rest. Don't murder me in my sleep. I'll resist the temptation as best I can. Griff said they steal people. Could I live with myself helping to steal people? There is no good reason to steal people. The true answer. The true answer. The cold fingers of reality close around my heart. There is no reason I can imagine that justifies stealing people. Stealing for survival, I can understand. But not that far. I swallow hard, trying to chase these thoughts away. I'm not gonna sleep at all, am I? I follow the motions of getting ready for bed. I even take my mask off, though I am careful to lie down with my back to the door. And after some hours of trying to find a comfortable position, I must have fallen asleep because Keir wakes me up with a sharp knock to the door. We kept listening last time, so let's interrupt. Okay, stop. What is it? You're talking local business, and I'm new to the marketplace. How new? Not quite a month. We're not working with someone that green. That explains the suicidal urge to go down random tunnels, at least. Don't judge me. You said if my wits were as good as my mouth, it would be worth it. Here, let's... Keir lets out the most frustrated grumble I've ever heard. It'll make me regret saying that. Anyways. Time spent in the marketplace isn't the same as experience in our work, Lev. And if things go wrong, you have no obligation to rescue her. Not reassuring. Not for you, but very much to me. And what is it you don't know, Sleepy? The ruby walls, for one. There's a wall with a vein of raw rubies in the main cavern. There's a gate that theoretically anyone can go through. But in practice, is only for the wealthy and the beautiful? Exactly. The auctioneer is rich. She lives above a pleasure parlor on the other side of the ruby walls. The planning continues, with Griff drawing up a map on the table with a piece of chalk. For all his belly aching, Keir is careful to make sure I understand everything. I'd feel patronized if it wasn't so helpful. The rest are begrudgingly patient until we finish the brief. Griff's short stature and casual posture, leaning into Keir, is completely at odds with his jeweled hood and satin cape. Knowing what he's honestly like, makes it even more funnier. You look like you robbed Satine without a lantern. I'll leave him this time. I bite my tongue. Griff's taking everything as well as could be expected, but I doubt he'd enjoy my taking a jab at him. Things settle down again. I don't know what I put up with you. Keir pats his shoulder firmly. Neither do I. There's some more scattered laughs, but the atmosphere in the room turns slightly more serious. Lev and Halo are gone in a second, melted into the crowd. Griff glances back at Keir for a second before doing the same. You don't trust me to not run off? Not in the slightest. Plus, you're new to this. I might be able to give you some pointers. Is this his way of flirting? I hope so, because I actually really like Keir. You're paying a lot of attention to small details, the kind that are easy to ignore when you're used to this work. Fair enough. Facts. I've never planned a theft before. I've never worked in an organized group to steal before. I've never planned a theft because I planned it. It was all my work. But believe it or not, my surface life believe it or not, my surface life had very little thievery in it. You know, I think I can believe it. No theft worth her salt would just wander into a secret tunnel without understanding where it goes first. No need to rub it in. But I said it before, you're quick. As long as you're not about to get high and mighty about stealing, you'll do fine. Depends. What is the auctioneer like? She's someone who'd literally sell anything if that meant getting a cut. And what will we do with our finds? Sell it to a different butthole who'd do anything for a cut? I think you'll like him, though. He's got a tongue as quick as yours. Orlando. Is that all you think I am? Maybe if you talked less, I'd understand you more. Not a chance. Worth a try. I paused near a window blazing with light. A lantern shop. You know the plan. I know the plan. You know where to hide. I know where to hide if they foul it. Oh. I know where to hide if you foul up everything. But you won't, will you? From your lips to the moon. Why are you looking at my lips? You thinking about them? Alright, let's focus. I let myself fall silent. Keir glances over at me. Maybe he was worried I'd vanish when he couldn't hear me. I smile a little at my own private joke, then bring my thoughts back to the task at hand. Oh, that's cute. We're getting closer to the pearl choker now. Time to get to work. At the pearl choker, Keir splits away from me to enter through the front door. I slip between the pleasure parlor and the neighboring gambling hall. Both businesses are high class with beautiful fonts and charming staff, and I swear I can hear a live band from one of them. But it doesn't matter how pretty the buildings are. All alleyways are the same. There's a very vague sense of grime and hostility. I'm definitely not breaking any rules, but I'm certainly not welcome here. But that's never stopped me before. If things have gone to plan, Lave and Halo broke into the apartment above the Pearl Choker by climbing the new attachment to the gambling house and jumping the gap. Griff and Keir are going up through the inside using a staff passage, and I am keeping watch, signaling whether the alleyway is clear or not through a simple set of gestures. Well, at least I have a plan. Okay, instead of getting to work, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna run away. It's not escaped me that I'm alone. I could just leave. No one can stop me. It's a bad idea. Not that that stopped me before. I take a single step away from the building, and then another. Keir doesn't come out and stop me. I'm scared. They sell people. I can't be involved. I walk away, melt into the crowd. All my things are in Mousehole. I doubt they'll let me in without an escort. I am definitely putting myself in a terrible position. I like how the game is like, wow, are you sure you want to do this? Are you positive this is your choice that you want to keep doing? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But for once, I am putting myself in this position. I am in control, however little it matters. Maybe I'll starve to death, or sell myself. The control will have to be enough. Bad end. Take control, no matter the cost. Okay, so we are starting the heist. There are several endings starting at the heist, matter of fact. Let's save. My stomach churns with discomfort. I don't want to be here doing this. It's dangerous. I was forced to be here, coerced and blackmailed even. If it weren't for their threats, for the possibility of getting Looney Court, I wouldn't stay. I can find the fun in chatting crap with Keir during normal moments, but when I'm alone like this, it all comes back, and I don't want this life. All I can do now is keep my head above water. For a moment, I have to put those feelings away. For a short while longer, I am completely alone. Then a stranger wobbles along the alley towards me. Hey. Hey. Mind if I smoke? Not at all. Want any? She holds a little pouch of herbs. I recognize it on sight. It's sweetgrass. I've had it plenty times before back on the surface. You smoke it with others to build bonds. Loose herbs like this, it softens the hard edge of stress. Not enough to addle the mind in any way, but just enough to make connection easier. Okay, so one arm is there are people here. Both arms is the guards are here, and then neither is relaxed. Okay. I let my arm rest against my torso and grip my elbow firmly. Sweetgrass, right? You know it. Every teen learns to grow it where I'm from. Lucky you. I found this stuff down here. I'm okay. We're gonna keep our minds sharp. It's a kind offer, but I have to say no. Fair enough. More for me. She rolls her tab with quick, clever fingers. Even if she's new to practice, she's clearly gotten good at it. I keep turning my gaze from either end of the alley, still focused on my mission. What are you here for? Let's avoid that this time. I think we answered last time. Let's avoid it. Just personal business. And you? I heard there was a fortune won in the gambling halls here every hour, though I'd try my luck. And how has your luck fared? I'm about to get that big win. I can feel it. Not well, then. May the lunar god smile upon you. Oh, you're a loony? There's a few people milling near the alleyway entrance. I can't tell what sort of people they are. No. No, I'm not. If I'm a little abrupt, I don't mean to be. I just have to keep my attention on the others nearby. Still, she seems to take it as a dismissal and quiets down. One of the people at the end of the alleyway starts coming in. Big, confident posture. At first, I can't tell if they're armed. Then I see a blade. Oh. Hold both arms. They get closer. Hello. Any reason you're loitering back here? Oh, I didn't realize we were loitering. My sweetgrass companion stands up straight, hiding her tab, tucking her arm behind her back. Sorry, I'll get out of your way. This one's not with you? No. Oh! She slips between the big stranger and the wall, back to the gambling hall without so much as a goodbye. I have some questions for you. Definitely some kind of security. This is a problem. Remain holding both arms. Is there a problem then? Suspicious activity. Not good. Do people not stand around alleyways in the jewel box? Not unless they're looking for trouble. Oh. I'm just looking for some quiet, sir. I'm just looking for a little bit of quiet. With another person. Better one than hundreds, I would say. The stranger's posture somehow gets more tense, like they're waiting for me to book it. Why are you here? In the jewel box or in general? The marketplace. Buying. And you had time to wander around? Turns out not everything for sale all the time. Turns out not everything is for sale all the time. I'm waiting for a shipment to come in. That should be enough truth to convince them. And what have you been doing while you wait? Minding my own business. I've been keeping to myself, minding my own business. You know how it is. I don't. Isolation is a sign of suspicious behavior. Is it? That's called anxiety, my friend. You must not have it. Come with me. Huh? What? Where? Come. I could try to run, but that would absolutely confirm whatever they suspect of me. Well, all right, I suppose. I'm led into the pleasure parlor, but instead of following the smell of food and the sounds of laughter, we turn abruptly to the right. Offices, most likely. Wait here. I try for the door handle as soon as it's closed, but it's locked, and I have no means of unlocking it. I'm left in the pitch-black office, sitting on the floor for fear of bumping into something and damaging it. Property destruction is unlikely to endear me to these people. Alone for a while, my only option is to stew in my own feelings. All this confirms my fears. I didn't want to do this work, and look what happened when I was forced to. A door slamming open scares the daylights out of me, and I nearly jump to my feet. Is it? Stop frickin' struggling. I'm not gonna do anything. A lantern is brought into the office, and I can see 5 people coming in. 3 security officers, all uniformed the same way. And then there's Keir and Halo, both being dragged in. No. They're tossed in. Halo crumples to the floor, but Keir lands on his knees and looks ready to fight. Oh, I'm gonna save. Okay. I'm gonna stay down. I'm gonna stay down. I stay on the floor and watch as Keir is gut punched and forced down. Never an end to these rats, is there? Well, Thief, is that one part of your little team? The question is directed to Keir. The security officer is pointing at me. That's our lookout, yeah. Sorry, Sleepy. Man, F you! I thought I was getting to like Keir, but this burns down all the goodwill and affection I'd built for him. Deal's a deal. He sounds resigned to this, putting a noose around my neck and getting it good and tight for the executioner. Thieves don't get trials. Not in the marketplace. If you're caught stealing, the victim gets to exact their punishment immediately. And so it is with us. I watch Keir fall, and Halo turns away. I watch him slowly drown in a pool of his own blood, clutching tightly at the slash across his throat as though he has a prayer of survival. Keir! He doesn't get the painless end he would have wanted. The security officer watches him die in silence. For them, I suppose, this is ordinary. Just another thief facing their expected end. I should be scared of this moment. I don't want to die, and especially not in such a grim way. But there is only an ice-cold void left in me. The part of me that feels is already dead. Once it's clear that Keir is dead, the officer turns to Halo. Make it quick, please. She turns her head away, offering them her jugular. She's got something in her trembling hands. Maybe some memento from Lave. There's no time to ask before she's bleeding out on the stone floor. And then it's my turn. Bad end. If he's going down, so will you. My body is buzzing with excitement. Despite the circumstances that brought me here, I feel a thrill like nothing else. The danger I'm in feels distant and unreal compared to the excitement of everything. But for the moment, I have to put those feelings away. I've had it plenty of times before back on the surface. You smoke it with others to build bonds. As loose herbs like this, it softens the hard edge of stress. Not enough to addle the mind in any way, just enough to make connection easier. Let's hold one arm. I let my arms rest against my torso and grip my elbow firmly. Sweet grass, right? You know it? Every teen learns to grow where I'm from. Lucky you. I've only found this stuff down here. I'm okay. It's a kind offer, but I have to say no. Fair enough, more for me. She rolls her tab with quick, clever fingers. Even if she's new to the practice, she's clearly gotten good at it. She strikes a match, and I can smell the faint sweetness of the smoke. I keep turning my gaze to either end of the alleyway, still focused on my mission. What are you here for? Buying. What you buying? Nothing as of yet. And you? I heard there was a fortune to be won in the gambling halls every hour. Thought I'd try my luck. Oh, are you a loony? There's a few people milling around the alleyway entrance. I can't tell what sort of people they are. Most people here are. A lunar blessing felt appropriate. It's so strange, though. The solar god makes everything perfect. The lunar god ruins everything. And then the people here worship the moon. I was never one for theology myself. Whatever. One of the people at the end of the alleyway starts coming in. Big, confident posture. At first, I can't tell if they're armed. Then I see the blade. We're gonna remain holding one arm. They get closer. Hello. Any reason you're loitering back here? Oh, I didn't realize we were loitering. I was just looking for a little bit of quiet. With another person? Better one than 100, I would say. The stranger doesn't look amused. Why are you here? In the jewel box or in general? The marketplace. Buying. And you had time to wander around? Turns out not everything is for sale all the time. I'm waiting for a shipment to come in. And what have you been doing while you wait? Minding my own business? I've been keeping to myself, minding my own business. You know how it is. I don't. Isolation is a sign of suspicious behavior. Open up your cloak. What? I didn't know we were going to be more than friends. Why you didn't say nothing? I need to check you for dangerous objects. Oh. Okay. Go ahead. Check. I think I didn't take a knife. I open my cloak and put up with a security officer examining with almost intimate. It's uncomfortable, but there's only so much I can do. I did consent to this, technically. As you can see, I am just an ordinary traveler. I agree that you're not carrying any weapons. You're free to go. Sorry? You can leave now. My first instinct is to tell them that I want to stay here, but that's not gonna go over well. I'm waiting for someone here. Then wait in the tea parlor across the road. Clear out. I'd rather not. They stare at me. I suppose they're trying to parse exactly what I'm thinking. You've been cooperative, so I'm going to extend some courtesy to you. Once. Get out of here now before I have to take you in for suspicious behavior. I freeze. I can't leave. But staying is also no longer an option. I'm almost grateful that this is the moment someone chooses to leap from the balcony above and land on the addition to the gambling house. That is not a civvy, for Christ's sakes. What? Take down security. Run. Take him down. I grab the security officer's shoulders, jerk them down, and knee them as hard as I can in the gut. They crumple. I run. The security officer doesn't chase me, but me sprinting away from the gambling hall full tilt, it's inherently suspicious. Others start pursuing me. I reach my first crossroad within seconds. Turn left. It only takes a split second for me to realize I've made a mistake. Turning back is impossible. I'll just fall into the arms of the security officers. I take more blind turns, hoping to find something familiar, but the marketplace is a labyrinth. I find myself trapped in a dead end. Several security officers grapple me. Get off! No one is coming to save me. Help! Anyone? The security officers are efficient, if nothing else. For a second, I don't feel anything at all. I hear something splatter on the stone below me. There's the feeling of ice in my belly, followed by red-hot agony. Above all, for a second, I feel overwhelmingly nauseated. I'd vomit my guts out if they hadn't already been spilled onto the ground. Oh gosh. My hearing goes distant and fuzzy. I can recognize the sounds of screaming. Everything gets distant and hazy. I'm in pain, and it blurs my vision, it muffles my hearing, and deadens all other sensations. And then they leave me alone to die. that end. You were caught in the chase. Then the stranger wobbles along the alley towards me. Hey. Hi. Mind if I smoke? Not at all. Want any? She holds out a little patch of herbs. I recognize it on sight. Sweetgrass. I've had it plenty of times before back on the surface. You smoke it with others to build bonds. As loose herbs like this, it softens the hard edge of stress. Not enough to addle the mind in any way, just enough to make connection easier. One arm. I let my arm rest against my torso and grip my elbow firmly. Sweetgrass, right? You know it? Every teen learns to grow where I'm from. Lucky you, I only found the stuff down here. I'm gonna accept it this time. I know, guys. I'm doing it. I'm smoking. I'm on the edge. It's not laced, is it? Couldn't afford it if it was. I'll have a little then, thanks. The stranger gives me a slip of paper and a pinch of sweetgrass, and we roll our tabs. I know the camaraderie of sharing something as simple as a little pinch of pleasure, for no other reason than the joy of sharing. I don't trust this stranger, but I do trust the tradition we're engaging in. I remove the lower portion of my mask and let it sit in my pocket. With a quick strike of the match, our tabs are lit and we sit out to smoke. I hold my elbow in one arm, my tab in the other. The sharp, jagged edges of my thoughts soften as I breathe in the smoke. I keep turning my gaze to either end of the alley, still focused on my mission. What are you here for? I'm gonna answer. Buying. What you buying? Nothing as of yet. And you? Heard there was a fortune to be won in the gambling halls every hour. Thought I'd try my luck. And how's your luck fared? I'm about to get a big win. I can feel it. Not well then. May the lunar god smile on you. Oh, you're a loony? There's a few people milling near the alleyway entrance. I can't tell what sort of people they are. Most people are. Well, most people here are. A lunar blessing feels appropriate. It's so strange, though. The lunar god makes everything perfect. Or the solar god makes everything perfect. The lunar god ruins everything, and then people here worship the moon? I was never one for theology myself. Whatever. A big, confident posture. At first, I can't tell if they're armed, but I see the blade. They point at me. I didn't see you in the hall earlier. Weird. I'm with her, and I was in the hall. Thank you, girl! Maybe you missed her. It was really crowded in there. You're sure about that? Sure hope so. Very well. That was so easy. Oh my goodness. The stranger turns to leave, satisfied by this defense. As soon as they're gone, I turn to my companion. You didn't have to do that. You're good people. How do you know that? I just do. She takes a long drag of her tab. You're not gonna, take out a sword and kill everyone in the gambling hall, right? Well, I was considering a spot of murder, but I think I'll hold off now. There. Good people. She sticks around for a while longer. Our reproach of nothing. She turns to me and asks, Want some of mine? Some of what? Sure. Why not? I remove the lower half of my mask and take a long drag of her tab. The warmth and softness in my head is partly the drug, and mostly the sheer pleasure of sharing with a stranger. Then I put the mask piece back in place. Thanks. No problem. Well, you're probably in the clear for a little bit. I'm gonna go back in there and get my win. Good luck. Don't need it. I'm gonna do great. Bye. Goodbye. Oh, we're friends now. And then she's gone. The smell of sweetgrass is going to cling to my cloak for a while. But that's the only evidence of my companion. I didn't even ask her name. We can drop our arms. Nobody's there. I'm not alone for too long after she leaves, though. Leif! Coming down. I can hear Leif from the balcony above me, but only barely. She's trying to shout and whisper at the same time. Almost silently, all four thieves leap from the balcony 2 floors up and land on the gambling hall's addition. From there, they climb down. Well, you didn't betray us. How could I? You've got my stuff. Ah, smart enough to put those facts together. Very good. Well, give me a griff route. Give me a griff route. No, he has the... I love a faithful man. Okay. Glad you were able to shut up long enough to not get caught. No, he nearly got us caught. But he also got us out of it again. Why does it smell like sweetgrass? Someone came down here to smoke for a while. The smell tends to stick and linger. They don't need to know I joined in. Okay. Well, let's get out of here. I ain't gotta run. When we reunite, it's in the rundown pub in Mousehole. Well, that was painless. That went much better than it had any right to. Good job, Sleepy. I don't want a shoulder pat. I want a head pat. Thank you. Keir pats my shoulder once. Glad my first job worked out. Hopefully the next one will be easy too. Next? You're getting into this, aren't you? I was promised lunar core in exchange for work. I work until I can get it. Drinks on us! The heck with it. Might as well get drunk. I toast with the rest of the thieves. The glass clinks and we all drink. The drinking goes on for hours. I hear lots of songs and more than a few stories about the other gigs they've done. Halo eventually brings out a deck of cards. She also wipes the floor with us. For someone as shy as she is, Halo's a regular card shark. I love that. Then Leif yawns and she and Halo go home to rest. Griff follows the server, who I now know to call Delight, into the back. What y'all doing? Let's head home, Sleepy. I feel exhaustion seeping into my bones. Let's... Ooh. Keir and I stumble into each other as we walk. I can't find it in me to be bothered when he bumps into me. The booze sloshing around in me loosens my lips and my words start spilling out of me. You're a real bag of bananas, you know that? Tell me something I don't know. That's a terrible piece of work. An absolutely wreck of a person. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. I wouldn't trust me, and I can throw myself pretty far. He rethinks his choice to show me how far he can throw himself just in time. Anyways, on my bag of bananas this time, I could stand to be in a lot less danger. Think I don't feel bad about this whole thing? The marketplace is heck sleepy, and a lot of people never know it. Then why are you stealing people? Griff said you steal people sometimes. You time it right, you can steal the person who'd been bought and let them free. Their family gets the money, and they don't get tortured to death. So, you're not selling people? Keir stops and stares at me. You honestly think we've got it in us to buy and sell people like they're crap? When we're all just the crap off the streets already? Bag of bananas? Human trash pile? Hideously awful, but compellingly handsome. That's all fine. I can live with that. But sacrificing a life for my own happiness? Never. Good. Yeah, good. And what about you? I'm not keen on being a bag of bananas, but it's better than being a monster. No, not that. Magic snappy fingers, what would you save? I'll save the downtrodden. I don't know. Maybe I'd be like you and save the downtrodden. I can't complain about an answer like that after I picked it. But you are being a copycat. I can't think of worse things, Mr. Bag of Bananas. And you wouldn't save yourself? What? You want lunar ecor. It's for you, right? Yeah. Why? What's it for? Lev yawns and she and Halo go home to rest. Griff follows the server, who I now know is called Delight, into the back. Well, that's that then. You're free to go, Sleepy. What? Aren't I supposed to? Yeah, Griff will be pissed about us tomorrow, but I think it's for the best. Get your things and get out of Mouse Hole. That noose is good and tight now anyways. Why are you doing this? You've been pretty obviously miserable here, and as much as I appreciate someone who does the work, you're a pretty bad fit. This is better for everyone. I know he's right. I don't especially like Keir, but he definitely doesn't care about me. The thieving was a means to an end, anyways. And the lunar core? That would have been a lot of jobs to earn. That would have taken a lot of jobs to earn. You weren't even close. Then I guess I'll have to get it some other way. Good luck. Baby boy. Within an hour, I have my things, and I'm walking alongside Keir. He hands me a pouch of money, and then he leaves, off to handle his own business. What now? It's for the best I'm leaving, I try to tell myself. It's for the best that I'm on my own again. But thinking of Mouse Hole leaves me feeling a deep pang of regret. Maybe if things went differently. No. No time to think of regrets. I've got a life to rebuild again. Off into the marketplace once again. Oh no. Bad end. You're free to go without lunar core. Okay, y'all. So we are going to start with... So just so you know, only 2 of the characters have updated so far. It's just Keir and Sirius. But you know we have to do Sirius last because he's serious. So we're going to start with Keir. I missed him. I missed my enemies, my first enemies to lovers. Okay, so we just got done drunkenly going home. But we came to a juncture where we can choose between going down the corridor, visiting Griff's house, or passing Shell's place. And you already know we have to visit our short king. You know we have to visit our short king. You know we do. I'm so excited to see Griff. I have no idea what compels me to walk towards Griff's house. Perhaps I just have a masochistic streak and want this headache to be worse. Oh, fuck. To my incredible misfortune, he's sitting on his doorstep scrubbing his boots. What the fuck are you doing here? I'm walking. Yeah, just taking a normal little stroll. You know you're supposed to go the other way, right? Believe it or not, I came here on purpose. I don't believe it. And whatever you're here for, you're not gonna get it. I've already spoken for, after all. Are you suggesting I'm here for... Gross! You're the one saying it, not me. No need to pretend. We all know the truth. And what truth is that? You want to fuck me so bad you're in denial about it. In your dreams, maybe. Nah, only in my nightmares. Then why did you bring it up in the first place? Somehow, as I stump away, I feel a little better. In more than one way, this is a dead end. I only have one option. Love him so much. It's been a long morning and it's hardly even started. Keir's blue shutters are perpetually shut. He doesn't enjoy folks popping their head in to say hello willy-nilly. But I can see flickering firelight through the gaps and the door has been unlocked for me. Just before I throw the door open, I put a hand on the wall and murmur, I'm back into the wood. Keir does it every time he comes back, and though I don't fully understand the reason, I've picked up the habit. Perhaps he thinks the house worries about him when he's gone. If that's the case, I hope the house worries for me as well. That's really cute. Took you long enough. Did you sleep at the pub and cause trouble for Dee? Not sure. I was impressively drunk at the time, and not all pieces are coming back to me. It's cute how you think you were only causing trouble at the end of the night. Oh, you think I'm cute? You've obviously got some alcohol in your system if that's the kind of response you're giving me. But he still puts a hand on my back and softly pats it. Go lie down and collect any brain you've got left. Breakfast will be done in a bit. Breakfast for the champion! I'd give you chores to do, but I don't think you can handle it. I can handle anything. I can do it. No. Absolutely not. Anyways, our merchant contact is coming to town later. He is a lot. You'll want to be arrested to deal with him. Can't be any more than you. Huh? You're huge. I don't know how anyone could be any more than you. Let's put it like this. Would you like to carry one full-grown mountain herder dog or 8 of its puppies? The dog would be difficult, but puppies would definitely get away from me. And that's what I mean by a lot. Finish your breakfast. I see. I do as I'm told. Not because Keir told me to. I'm just hungry. He puts things away in the washing bucket, but doesn't start on that. I'm gonna take care of my knives for a bit. You should probably go take a nap. He sits on the large chair, the one with enough space for 2 people. I think I sit with Keir. That's not a good napping spot. If I sleep now, it'll spoil my rhythm and I'll be up late again tonight. If you want me to be knocking around here in the middle of the night, I'll go take a nap now. Fine, whatever. There's a book on the side table I pick up and page through. Whatever it is, I can't understand it at a glance. Perfect for keeping me awake. Meanwhile, Keir is setting out both his knives and a piece of fabric laid over his lap. He starts the process of sharpening his knives. Read, ask about the knives, ask why he talks to the house. Yeah, why do you talk to the house, babes? So, why do you always talk to the house when you're back? You've got me doing it too. But I realized I don't know why. I'm not telling the house I'm back, I'm telling the bones. You realize that sounds more alarming, right? What do you think happens when people die down here? They get tossed down a hole? Great way to make a horrible corpse pile that probably infects the groundwater. Then you burn them? Yeah. There's a cavern where the roof caved in and it's open to the surface. And now there's a cremation kiln set up there. But they don't burn hot enough to dust the bones. So you keep the bones? And make glue out of them. It's one of the things that keep the houses together down here. I don't know how to feel about that. That's quite pragmatic. That's rather grim. That's somewhat beautiful. I think it's somewhat beautiful because it's like you're always, like no matter what, they're always helping each other out and they're always watching out for each other. Your people may die, but they still symbolically keep living in the village together. Poetry. More or less. Anyways, I don't really believe in ghost stories or lingering spirits, but there's nothing there. So we tell the bones coming and going. If someone dies or someone's born, might as well respect the bones that built this place. I'm going to be part of it someday with my mother and old friends. Keir lore. It's a bit like the ravens. Ravens. A tradition from the surface. Ravens take the souls of the dead, so the living tell the ravens news to bring to their dead. Births mostly, but also marriages. Except, you tell things to the glue that builds your house. Basically the same thing. He shrugs. Now you know. Should I keep talking to the house then? You live here, don't you? Keir turns back to his knives, and I feel like the conversation is over. I turn back to the book I picked up. I'm busy taking care of my big, sharp knives. I'll tell you to do whatever I want. Fine. This is exciting. This is exciting. Oh, I'm excited. Oleander. Keir, it's been a while. Why do I know his voice so well? As soon as Keir and I walk into the square, I am met with the sight of a man striding towards us. Could have been longer. The other man seems to realize he's not gonna have to hug or handshake or whatever he's coming in for, and instead slips in beside Keir and throws an arm over his shoulder. Keir doesn't shrug it off though, he just stands there and looks annoyed about it. Don't say that. Given how popular I am today, I fear I may have stayed away too long and deprived you all of my presence. I missed him so much! And I have already heard from Griff that you might have gotten some goods best taken off your hands sooner rather than later. Keir turns his head to me. You see what I mean about him being a lot? Several handfuls from the look of it. The merchant turns his attention towards me for the first time. If you want to know how much of a handful I can be, we can discuss it later. I start a little. Did he... Excuse me? I didn't think he noticed me. But first, introductions are in order. Call me Oleander, bringer of goods and good news. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Bringer of Goods and Good News. I'm Sleepy, holder of no fancy titles to speak of. You're the little lookout Griff spoke of. Griff called me little? Him? Yes, I'm now seeing the irony of him saying that. I hope you won't mind holding my saying it against me. I don't think I can blame you for Griff slandering me. You see what I mean about getting along with him? You both love the sound of your own voice. Shut up! And while you, a man who always has a quip at the ready, don't like talking at all, do you? Oh, Keir doesn't like talking. He likes arguing and complaining. Oleander throws back his hand and laughs. You're right, Sleepy. Forgive my error. Just picking on Keir. This was a mistake. You're the one who insisted I stop sleeping and come here. The fault is all yours. Now, none of this talk of mistakes, unless you've suddenly and dramatically changed, which seems unlikely given how long we've known each other. You'll want to get down to business, and I have business to get down to. Ask about Oleander. Say, Halo? Yeah? Do Keir and Oleander have a history? Are you sure this is all of it? Why wouldn't it be? Last I checked, you're a very talented thief. He turns away and stretches, joints popping. Yeah, you're funny and original. No one's ever joked about me being a thief before. I can't help it if the joke is still funny every time. You can absolutely help it. Nope. Aren't you supposed to be tired from last night? You made for a very good pillow. I feel fine now. I may be exaggerating my fineness just a bit. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you something. What? You and Oleander have some history. Or, well, no one actually confirmed it, but Halo told me the answer was private, and that usually implies there was something to be private. Tell me. That's not a question. I want to know what the history is. It's still not a question. All right, what is your history with Oleander? What do you want to know? Curiosity? I know he's staring at me through his mask. He's just like, I'm over you. It matters to me a bit. I want to know. There's a long moment where I think he's going to just ignore me and leave. Fine, let's talk. He's seated in the chair sized for two, and I take a seat right on his lap. Amen. He pats the seat right next to him where I was napping only a little while ago. How serious is this talk? I thought they was just... Am I about to hear a tragic romance? Some terrible fight? I sit down with him.
Not as serious as whatever's going on in your head.
You don't know what is going on in my head.
Given how much you talk, I have a good guess. You weren't anything serious. You came to Mouse Hole a while back. Needed a place to stay. Was willing to help out. Like you.
Did you abduct him too?
I can't believe you're still griping about that. It took a few months before he was really able to get himself back on his feet and do trading again.
And during those few months?
You can probably guess. He's always been good looking and his charisma is genuine.
I don't know what to do with this information. I love it. I love it. Who was the bottom? Nope. Don't tell me. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for that answer.
It was always going to be a temporary thing, but for a while it was nice. And then it very suddenly wasn't.
Oh no, what happened?
It's not my story, really. I was just there. But I can tell you this. The Orleander you met today is not the one I met back then. He's changed a lot, and for the better. That, and he's incredibly annoying. Yes, we used to fuck. I wish he didn't treat it like a big funny joke. Haha, Keir, we used to have sex.
Used to.
Too busy, and having you hanging around isn't helping.
Not sorry. We can... Not gonna out myself.
Yeah, I thought so. Keir rolls his shoulders. Still got work to do. There's always work to do. Mending and repairing. Everything's always falling apart. Cooking, washing, moving things, laundry. So much laundry. Minding the children, cleaning the house. Fucking my husband.
We love our bisexual king! Our bisexual king!
I like a good meal, music, and good company. But you're above the...
Did he just call us good company, like, slyly? Alright, Keir. Now that I know... I'm leaving it alone.
But you're above the concept of luxury. I understand. I suspect Keir is rolling his eyes behind his mask. But there has to be something you enjoy. Just for its own sake, you wouldn't be so well adjusted, relatively, I mean, if you deprived yourself of any indulgences. Keir's quiet a lot longer than I would have thought. Soap.
Soap?
When I'm having a bad time. If Mousehole is in good shape, then... But I'm doing bad.
He's blushing!
When I'm having a bad time. If Mousehole is in good shape, but I'm doing bad. I get myself the nicest soap I can afford. Soft soap that lathers well. With pine oil for a good scent.
I didn't need to know that he smelled like pine. I still have a heavy enemies to lovers with him, and I don't need to know that he smells nice. I don't need it.
Huh. So, you're a normal person after all.
Terrible.
Is that even a question?
I don't enjoy things is a bit of a strange and radical stance for a person to take, I think.
We're only mortal, after all. So, I was just wondering something. Alright, good for you. I was wondering if I could ask you some things. Depends on what the things are. I doubt my secrets are going to be much value to Keir, but I don't want to promise them to him for no reason. Your face. What about it? I'm curious. Well, I could say the same about you.
Please, please, please. Let me fuck him.
How about it then? Alright, let's talk. What color are your eyes? Starting strong, I see. What color are your eyes? Inquiring minds want to know. No, you have to answer my question first. Says who? Says me. On what authority? On the authority that I'm bigger and stronger than you. All right. I cross my eyes, making sure he can see the gesture. Fine. I'll tell him. Okay, look. Oh. Blue, green, gray, hazel, brown, gold, violet, red. I have heterochromia. They're brown. My eyes are brown. Huh. Well, do you feel like you know and understand me better now? You know what? I do, a little bit. Even though my eye color is meaningless to who I am as a person, I get to hear enough about what you're like as a person already. You won't shut up about it. I am not that vain. You don't have to be vain to tell me what kind of person you are. You just do it by being yourself. I just wanted to know if your eyes are a nice color. Ooh. And do I pass luster? You'll just have to wait until I see them and decide if they're a nice color, won't you? Jesus. He suddenly taps my shoulder, the one farther from him, and pushes me slightly closer to him. Something brushes my hood. Well, it's close. What was that? No idea. Someone's carrying a pipe or post around from the looks of it. You may not have noticed, there are some strange people here. Oh, really? I hadn't noticed anyone here was strange. Anyways, another question for you. Do you have a gap between your front teeth? No. I do. I don't. What is it? Your fetish or something? Yeah, what is it? Your fetish or something? No. How would it even be a fetish? You're the one who just said, You're the one who just said there are strange people running down here. I think you're the strange one for assuming it's a sex thing. It's not. How would it... He huffs loudly. It's cute. I think it's cute. It's funny how... First of all, he's seen our mouth, hasn't he? Because we eat. What kind of question? It's funny how wind up he is about this. Just answer the damn question, alright? I don't have a gap. I don't. My little sister does, but I don't. Sorry to disappoint. It's not common. I wasn't expecting it. All of your expectations for me that low? Very nearly, yeah. You've proven yourself good at our gigs, at least. Whatever. I guess your smile would still be nice even if you don't have a gap in your teeth. My smile is amazing. Thanks for asking. One day you'll have to prove it to me. His flirting is hardcore in chapter 2. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for Big Daddy's flirting. Okay, now it's my turn. You got to ask me some questions. You have to answer mine. Fine. 1. I did 2. You got 2. But I only agreed to answer 1. Swat. A scowl wouldn't reach him, so I swat Keir's arm. I'm not trying to hurt him. I just graze his bicep with my fingers. He glances down at me. I'm pretty sure he got the message. So what's your question? Choose wisely. What's your eye color? Do you have a gap in your teeth? How far down do those freckles actually go? We're doing them all. How far down do those freckles go? You've got a lot that I can see, but in hotter seasons I do a lot of hauling work shirtless. So I guess it's just wherever the sun touches. You know, like normal freckles. Oh, alright. Wait. Is this a sex thing? No! 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 It's not like you and your teeth gap fetish. I was just wondering. It's not a fetish. Someone glances at me. Keir notices too. Our voices drop. It's not some kind of freckle kink, okay? I was just really wondering. But it was you flirting. I might have been, but you kind of missed your chance to tell me your freckles go all the way down, and maybe I should check to see how far it goes. But now the moment's gone. It'll come back. Huh? Now that I know you're horny for my freckles, maybe I'll just go shirtless next time I head out. Make sure there's lots of them that you can find. He sounds unbearably smug. Maybe it's to get me too defensive. I was just curious. I don't have a thing for your freckles. At all. I really want to see his freckly face. Okay. It may be a little bit of a lie at this point, but I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of hearing me say it out loud. My turn again. Unfair. I demand 2 questions. I'm bigger and stronger, remember? I get to do what I want. Fine. I cross my arms just to make my displeasure with his tyranny extra clear. What? He stops for a second, pondering. What's your best facial feature? I don't know. I'm trying to like look into the... I guess I have nice eyes. I have a good smile. Eyebrows? No. Eyes? Maybe. Lips? Maybe. Nose? It's cute, but no. My jaw? Nah. Cheeks? Oh, I do have good cheeks. Forehead? What is that a thing? My eyes, obviously. Can't you tell? He bends down so that our faces are much closer. Somehow, I feel a flutter from his stupid vacant mask from all the things getting closer to me. Oh yeah, very obvious. I was being so stupid just now. Couldn't see what was right in front of me. Keir cracks his knuckles. Ew. So, if I sum it up, brown eyes, you like your eyes best, and sadly, no gap teeth. Yeah, I think that's right. So, do you feel like you understand my face now? I think I'm starting to understand. Probably the best I'm gonna get until I see your face for real. You think I'll like it? You will. Probably not. I was lying. I'm a cutie pie, because why not? I am a dream wrapped in a mysterious mask and cloak, obviously. Well then, I guess I'll look forward to seeing you one day. Maybe. I can't hide the smile in my voice. The flirting. I can't take the flirting with him in chapter 2. As much as he complains about it, Keir enjoys our little back and forth as much as I do, and this has been plenty of fun. 5 of us, Leif, Halo, Griff, Keir, and myself, gather in the pub as we usually do before a gig. Well, everyone has something that they can't stand, right? Leif hates laundry duty. I don't like cleaning up at the pub. You and Griff being each other's punishments is the funniest, though. She laughs to herself. I can't help but notice the omission in her list. And what about Keir? I was about to say that. You wouldn't dare. Keir has something he can't stand, right? Halo. I expect her to wilt under Keir's implicit order to say nothing, but instead, Halo leans in a little and her voice turns conspiratorial. Keir is really good at being a honey trap, but he can't stand it. Really? I mean, it makes sense. He's tall, he's big, and like he's strong. He would make a really good honey trap. He would trap me. I would be trapped. I would be honey trapped. I get it. I try to imagine Keir as a seducer, the bait of someone romantic or sexual trick. I can almost see it, but not quite. It's really impressive. Hey, Halo. Thanks for volunteering to help Delight down in the pub for a whole week. Worth it. No way is Dee gonna make you do it once she finds out you're getting what you're getting punished for. Keir sighs. I'm admittedly still stuck on the thought of Keir actively seducing someone. It seems so out of character. It's almost laughable. Yeah, shut up skills off, G. You know, Halo, I really can't believe it. It sounds fake, doesn't it? But it's the truth. I look over at Keir. He's definitely trying to stand as tall as possible, forcing me to tilt my head back. Care to give a demonstration? You're kidding. We have a job right now. We're not on a strict schedule, are we? We're not. And I'd really, really love to see the master at work. You should. There's a lot to learn. We're just about to be eye-fucking each other in front of everybody. That's terrible. I've been smiling too hard. This game is hilarious. I bet Mr. Gray Swan over there could learn something too. Yeah. Yeah, I bet I could learn something. Really, Griff? I don't know why I work with any of you. You're all impossible. He rolls his shoulders like he's preparing for a fight. Then his posture gets completely relaxed. Okay. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hold on. I gotta mentally prepare. Hey. His tone of voice was completely changed. He sounds calm, even confident. Not the least bit tired or annoyed like he normally is. Oh, not them leaving. Why y'all leave so fast? Hi. Sorry, I'm Callum. I'm a bit of a regular here. And maybe it's just a new mask, but I've never seen yours around here before. Is that a problem? The opposite. He sounds so genuine that it's hard to not get swept into the scene he's setting. He glances around the room. Here. He pulls out a chair and turns it, straddling in the... He is so extra. He pulls out a chair and turns it, straddling the seat to sit on it backwards. He rests his arms along the seat back in a way that looks completely natural. Now I only have to look down slightly to look at him properly. A bit easier, right? It is. Thank you. Thank you. Oh God. There's a moment's pause and somehow I feel compelled to fill it. I'm Sleepy. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sleepy. What brings you down here? A bit of private business. I don't really want to talk about it. He laughs softly and turns away, bringing a hand to brush the back of his neck. Sorry, I won't pry. Then he turns back to me. Sorry, I don't usually do this. Do what? Approach a stranger? I'm not usually so forward. What made me the exception? The way you move. There's something about it. I know how that sounds. Kind of weird. I know. So... Oh, he's blushing. His ears are blushing. Oh, I love him. So, how do I move? When you've been down here as long as I have, you notice that people are usually very guarded. He's doing something with his voice, speaking in a softer way, more breath in his voice. If I didn't know him, I'd say it was nicer on my ears than his usual grumbling, but I do know him, and it sounds strange. And you're not. You seem comfortable here. Can you blame me for being curious? When you word it like that, it almost sounds reasonable. Do I really look comfortable here? I'm used to Mousehole now, and I don't expect any of the people here to attack me, even Griff. So, what do you want to know? I'm a very mysterious person, of course, so I can't tell you much. You don't want to talk about why you're here, but how about what you've seen here? What's the best thing you've seen? The best? You, Big Zaddy. This isn't a good place, but it's not all bad. The auction house. There's a nice shopping street. This is a nice place. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. You're making the trip worth it. If Keir is allowed to act out of character for the sake of this interaction, there's no reason I can't do the same because it's actually just how I am. Oh, thanks. Was I giving it? You did approach a total stranger because you were interested in her appearance. Okay, That's fair. And what would your answer be if you weren't teasing me? Who says I was teasing? Besides me, then. I expected him to say shut up or change the subject. Despite my best efforts, Keir has a broken character. They were wrong. He's good at this. The only reason any of this feels wrong to me is that I know Keir is a grumpy bastard, not this friendly, polite character sitting before me now. Burst into laughter. Let him end. Let him end. Let him perform. Give him a round of applause. His name is suddenly on my tongue, like I need to check that he's still there. Keir? Suddenly, his whole posture changes. The performance is over, and then he speaks again in the rough deadpan. Callum. I introduced myself as Callum. Oh, right. I remember that Lave, Halo, and Griff are watching us. They weren't lying. You're really good at that. It's not just me. Those 3 demons can do it too. Most marks aren't interested in a giant man, so they usually play honey traps instead. Even when they are into you, you try to find ways out of it. Because I don't like doing it. It's too bad. I kind of liked Callum. That's because Callum is a facade for you to like. Well, he was effective. Why can't you be that nice all the time? Why should I be? Being friendly is nice. It makes it easier to get along with others. You've been getting along just fine with me this way. He's not wrong. Fair enough. Alright, let's talk game plan. Okay, so this is after the heist. The quiet holds between us for a moment. The view is breathtaking, showing me this clear display of trust on Keir's part. If only it wasn't an obvious placating gesture. You should have told me. If you knew this whole time, then you had a duty to tell me. Keir is so still and quiet for a moment, it feels like he's a statue. Then he crumples, face in his hand. Why did it have to be you? Before I can try and pick up on what he's saying, he's moving on. You know why I didn't tell you. Because I wouldn't trust you to uphold your end of the deal. There's no way you'll get me Lunary Core if it means killing a person to get it. You're too noble to sacrifice their life. But you're pretty fucking cavalier with mine, huh? I guess I'm just not worth saving. He doesn't say anything. He knows he deserves this. Were you ever gonna tell me? Or was it just gonna stay a secret until I died? Poor Sleepy. Died looking for a cure. Or at least you got some cheap labor from her while waiting for her to die. You are not going to die. Everyone is working to find a cure. You took away a chance at it just today. You don't fucking get to say that. It's one thing to get Lunary Core that's already been made. You're saying you want to kill Thorn for it? I don't take it back. After a moment, Keir sighs. Could you have left Thorn there, in that state that he was in? It's not easy when you see the person you'd have to sacrifice. It should be hard. That means you still have your humanity. The world doesn't always get to let you keep both. It should be my choice. You've been keeping my ability to choose from me. I die. It's your fault now. You could have saved me. I know. But I understand why you're like this. I don't agree, but I understand. We don't actually know how it works. There's some kind of drug involved. There's torture. The slow kind. Who tortures? Who tortures? Who put us on that rice and made us kneel and said, this isn't torture, this is pleasure? We coming for you next, Sears. We coming. I'm pissed off. Every time We are so close. We always get so close to being so close to Keir, and then he does something that just like it's like such a betrayal each and every time. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm gonna forgive him each and every time. Sit down. Keir looks so tired. I'm not exactly full of energy after our escape either. I settle down on the ground, leaving space between Keir and myself. It's not comfortable, but it's relief on my feet. So my life matters less to you than your morals. I try not to word it as an accusation. Everything about this is painful, but I can understand Keir and his beliefs. Maybe I can get him to understand mine. Everything does. I'm not trying to protect my soul or anything. I'm a thief. I've killed to protect myself and others. I've lied more times than I can count. I'm not a good man. Yes, you are. But I have to believe that there's things that are evil, even if done for the best of reasons. That there are things that are good, even when done for selfish reasons. Using someone, abusing them so their unwilling suffering is to another's benefit. You would have saved Thorin, even if it meant destroying Mousehole, wouldn't you? If it was a choice between one person's life and 100 lives, I would save the hundreds. But the houses, our belongings, no more valuable than a life. I would burn down every building myself if that's what it cost. That's way too rigid. You can't live like that down here. That's what Griff says. And he's right. Keir laughs a little. I won't tell him he said that. Mousehole exists because the world is cruel. We went to the marketplace because the surface rejected us, and then had to hide even when the marketplace turned us away. It would be easy to justify cruelty in the name of our survival. Some of the things Griff has suggested would be crossing that line. But that's his job, to find every advantage possible, to give us a fighting chance at living good lives. He had to be good for something. He's also a damn good thief and a good friend to me. So, Griff suggests doing bad things to make money and you tell him no? That means turning down opportunities that could have helped. And someone else, someone worse, got a benefit instead of you. Sometimes, yeah. The worst people are usually the ones benefiting. That's how the world works. But there needs to be something that matters more than just self-centered survival. I guess I need it. The only reason I've survived this long in a world as dark as this is by holding on to that. If you hate this, hate me for it. I understand. I'm not going to try to convince you that I'm right about everything. Just, this isn't me trying to be pure or arrogance that I know the right way to live. It just lets me survive. Stand up and punch. Stand up and punch him. Stay quiet. Lean against him. Lean against his ass. I shuffle slightly until there is no space between us. Keir flinches for a moment, and then seems to realize that I'm not about to try and hit him from this angle. As he relaxes, I lean against him. He's becoming a favorite pillow of mine at this point. He always does this to me. Do I understand? Yes, especially because I remember when he said that he was talking about how it was hard for him, or when he had days that how the mousehole was doing good, but he was doing not good. So I'm assuming that he goes through bouts of depression. and like using the soap was like a nice grounding thing for him. So like him holding on to this is literally like holding his self together, and it's okay. We'll go back. I'm not mad at you for now. You're right that I would want to save Thor too, if that was my choice. And I'll get over everything else eventually. I know it's not the same, and I don't expect it to make things better, but I meant it when I said everyone was looking. All of us are using our connections to find out what's going in and out of the market. If Lunar Core enters the market or is sold here, we'll know. Even Oleander was on the case. Your deal with him wasn't the start of his search. Sleepy, I don't expect this to make up for everything, but I want you to know that I will do whatever is necessary to save you. Even take off your mask so I can see your face. Even if that means robbing the auction house. For you, I'll be the first thief to steal from the auction house itself. All right, the heat behind those words knocks me breathless. Shit. It's not exactly strange for me to feel attached to Keir despite everything, but now I'm starting to feel just how deep that attachment really is. I'm counting on you. I know. He groans and drops his head into his hands for a moment. I know I don't exactly deserve it, but I wish you'd go easier on me sometimes. Why would I? You know why. His ears are turning red. No way. There's no way he's blushing for this, the reason I think. I don't know why, actually. I don't have a mind reading powers. Keir groans again. Are you actually going to make me say it? You seem to be under the impression that I'm doing this to give you a hard time, but I'm very confused. Because you're always giving me a hard time. Because you deserve it. But this time, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I am actually getting more confident every second that I know what Keir is talking. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. I'm like, I am actually getting more confident every second that I know what Keir is talking around. But I also can't believe it. If I don't hear it directly from him, I won't be able to believe it. Keir sighs. I'm too emotionally attached to this man. I need to leave. I care about you. A lot. I hold my tongue, despite the impulse to start talking, and after a moment of silence, my patience is rewarded. I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. I don't need this. Romantically, despite my better instincts, you talk too much, and you make things difficult on purpose. And even after that, I care about you enough to throw away things I believe in feels possible. He runs a hand over his face for a moment, and it's not like I've been subtle about it, so I'd appreciate it if you'd stop tormenting me by playing dumb. Not subtle? A reasonable person wouldn't think you liked me at all. What do you mean, not subtle? Is this actually happening? Like this? Oh my god. Everyone else who matters already knows. I get so much shit from it. Okay. I get so much shit from the others for giving you special treatment. The only reason they don't make fun of me when you're around is to keep you from feeling uncomfortable. What? You're joking. He isn't. Even I can tell. I wouldn't joke about this. I'm not Oleander. This kind of thing isn't a game to me. You know that. Keir. He steals people from traffickers and gives them a safe place to rest in his home. He's a good man, Savannah. Stranger is the wrong word for Keir. Look, I know you don't feel anything about... I'm about to lose my ever-loving mind. Look, I know you don't have to feel anything about me. I definitely don't expect my feelings to be mutual at this point. But if I can ask you one thing, it's some kind of answer. Yes, you have amazing timing. First, all this information about how you've been lying to me, and then this. You must love giving me chores. And all this while I'm dying. But this is something I can work through now. I hold my hands together tightly under my cloak. Despite everything, despite already knowing Keir's answer, I'm nervous. First, you're not in any way obvious. You refuse to be nice or have fun. How was I supposed to know you like spending time with me? We went on a date, Sleepy. I bought you a fritter and everything. Leave me alone. I thought we were just hanging out. You have brown eyes and I can't stop thinking about what they might look like. You and I have very different ideas of what's obvious. This is obvious. I'd kiss you, but our mask is scarring away. Despite everything, I feel the same about you. I just spend time with you because you have incredible people skills. I care about you too. I am so flustered. You know, I care about you too. Keir pauses. I don't think he was expecting me to simply and genuinely reciprocate. Nothing to say about that? Shut up. He really doesn't have anything to say to that. I freeze for a second. Right, that was a confession of romantic feelings. I'm not sure how anyone is supposed to transition gracefully out of a moment like this. Sleepy, I want to kiss you. Kissing someone and still not knowing what they look like. That's pretty fitting down here. Keir runs a hand over his mask, adjusting it slightly. So, do you want to go home and... We can figure that when I get there. Hello? Yes, we can go home and... I want to do the and. Give me the and. I am so thirsty for him. Keir starts to say something more, then cuts himself off. I hear it a second after him. Footsteps. Ooh, thank God we put our mask back on. They're like, oh, they in there kissing. Keir! That isn't someone just wandering where they wandered off. We follow the voice back the way we came. Keir, there's a fire. What? I can just about see the person approaching us. It takes a second for me to recognize that it's Shell. I've never seen them so worked up before. Sleepy, we need to run. There was a lot. That was a lot to take in. That was a lot to take in. I'm not mad about it, but that was a lot to take in. First, let's start with the good. Let's start with the fantastic. We got to get scared. We got to admit our love for Keir. Okay, so y'all know I've been having an enemies to lover and lovers to enemy. I'm so flustered still. Oh my god. Y'all know I've been having an enemies to lovers with Keir since chapter 1. Yeah, it was. So for us to finally get to the lovers, I feel like I'm flustered. I loved it. I loved everything. Ooh, child. I loved the little date. I loved the date. I loved the closeness that we got with him. I I loved his questioning of ethics, like us questioning his ethics, and like just, I don't think this is gonna have a happy ending no matter what. I don't. And like, I'ma still play it, and I'm still excited for it because it was so good. And if it does have a happy ending, we're gonna see. If Griff dies, dear developers, do not kill my short king. Please. Please. Do not kill my short king. I hate Griff, but I love him so much. Please don't do that. Please. Who are we gonna banter with? Because now Keir loves us and he admitted it. So like now we don't have anybody to like banter with. So like we can get on Keir's nerves, but he's kind of like, they're so cute. I want to see their brown little eyes. Like, there's probably going to be a lot of stuff that you guys don't see because I had to cut it out, or I had to edit it. But I've really loved the development. I'm so excited for chapter 3, but I'm also excited for Francesca and Francesca. I'm excited for Francesca and Orleander. I'm really excited for Orleander now that we had like some extra lore from Keir. I'm also nervous for Sears because like I'm pretty sure we gonna see. I'm gonna hold my thoughts until the next video. But as always, I love this game. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I love having you here. I love seeing your face. I love being so sleepy and oh so cozy. And remember that day by day, moment by moment, we are blossoming like a flower of lavender, calm, collected, and fragrant. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh my god, I love that game so much.